Park Central's come into this game without Brett Hannam, their captain. He's lost to them, and they bring in a new player. And meanwhile, John Platten wins the toss for them, acting captain today, and goes towards the lake end. Ball comes out grandstand side, trying to pick it up. Drogamuller over to Hearn. He hits free, can't find him. Chance for Sturt, not taken. Drogamuller again on to Platten. Platten moves it over half forward. In front. Good ball from the back by Whittlesey. Sees the ball down the ground. Whittlesey tries to pick it up for Sturt. Big pack, and the umpire will be forced to bounce the ball, the first bounce of the game.
Brenton Owens there for Central's not able to hold the mark. Reserves McGarry medalist of last year, back in the league side today. Platten burns through, gets his handball clear, but picked up by Reid for Sturt. He'll go across to Walk, and Walk will take off from half-back line. Drive over centre wing, out wide, he's looking for Martin. Martin playing with headgear on today, Keith and Graham. I think we've seen that before.
Right. Jeff Martin, very respected by the Sturt Football Club. He captain coached the runners-up in Mildura last year. Throw in on the outer side. Nobody able to get a clear run at it. Central's player over the ball. Going slowly. It's Trevor Rowe.
Just following up, Keith, has Martin had knocks to the head this year?
I don't know of any, Graham, and I don't think he played with the headgear on earlier.
Push in the back will go way of Sturt.
It's Daryl Smith, who's had a very good season for them. His kick comes in towards centre half forward. Fly in the middle there, sees Krieg, I think it is.
William Hearn.
William Hearn, the back man, will take it from centre half back.
Drive straight and direct, long. Herbert Kane in front spot, couldn't handle it. Reid got the handball out. Quick kick off the boot, will fly back towards centre. Gumley, no, he dropped it, but he recovers well. He's tackled. Ball loose in the centre. Platten applies another tackle to Gumley, and it's holding the ball.
Well, if he didn't get the boot the ball, I don't know what he did.
Certainly did.
Post Schofield very quick with the decision. Central's moved up to their half-forward line. Socket off the ground by Len Warren. Chase for Walters there of Central's. It's loose. Walk. Can't quite beat it to the boundary line. In fact, the free kick will be paid by umpire Argent.
So David Walk, playing in his first senior season for the Blues, gets it in towards the wing. Over the top of the pack, Daryl Smith on the pickup, gets through the pack. Oh, he's met and down, but manages to get the ball back. First touch for Klomp. He has to force it on into Hearn again, and Hearn is down. Plays on quickly.
Long kick by Bytham was slightly smothered off the boot towards Platten, who he's gone for one-hander. Been paid the mark. Obviously, the kick not touched off the boot. Fine grab by Platten, great skills. He'll get himself 15 metres. David I not returning the ball back on the full.
But the ball was in mid-air.
That's right.
I can't understand that, Grant.
No, it was crazy. I'll tell you what.
In fact, the player was doing the right thing and picking the ball up.
Exactly right. And Platten will score from here.
It's a long kick.
He's a magnificent kick of the ball.
Already his third kick for the game is long, all right. He's got the distance, no problems in the accuracy. That's a great start for Central's, and a big lift by Platten. First score on the board. Central's one straight goal. Sturt yet to score.
As Keith Conlon suggested, that was a rather gift shot for goal for John Platten. Not that most players would have got it from there, but Platten is a player of extraordinary skill, and he took advantage of the 15-metre penalty, applied to David I, and kicked the first goal of the game for Central, and they lead 1-0-0.
3 minutes into the game, and Central's get the first big one on the board. As now the ball comes out through David I, quickly on to Daryl Smith, into the full forward position for the first time. The push in the back decision against Sturt, which will see Central's recovered.
Peter Bubner, the job of minding Wilmot today. Of course, Wilmot bagging something like 10 last week from full forward. Kick to the centre of the ground, it's loose. Bytham will come out with it, he needs support. Handball to Platten, already having a big effect on the game. Over towards Little. Little gets his kick up, drives long over the head of Phil Graham. An easy mark at the back position by Downs.
Downs plays it on quickly. He goes out wide. Painter out on his own. Blimey, he's got about 43 acres to work with. Being chased now by Walters, but a big kick by Platten into the centre half forward position. Fly, it's good. That's Gumley. He's on his way. Left foot down towards the full forward position, but a good mark. Peter Bubner.
Peter Bubner, 2 fine marks. He'll play short. The lead out wide is from Bohm. Bohm, who was named on the bench, but of course gets a game with Brett Hannam out. He's kicked towards centre wing, not well directed. Picked up by Len Warren. He plays on quickly. Drives short to the pocket there. Wilmot up high. Couldn't get the second grab. It's short. McGrath dives on it with Martin, and over the shoulder will be ruled. And McGrath will get the free kick for Central Districts. It's Malcolm McGrath.
Malcolm McGrath in the back pocket position, out on the scoreboard side. Goes just a little short. Picks up Tony Owens, former West Torrens player. He kicks into the man. Todd Viney with a chance. Gets the turn. Oh, that's come unstuck. Couldn't find Clont. Centrals are away. Good run by Connolly. He's got to flick it on. Bowen with the ball. He gets a kick over the wing. Central still in position. Big run there from Walters. Over towards Little, is it? He can't pick it up. Drogamullah. There's Walters again. Owens in towards the Rouge. He can't pick it up. Platten will have a go. Centre half forward position for Central Districts. Painter puts the Central's player down. Kane escapes.
Greg Whittlesey for the Double Blues drives through centre. Long kick looking for Gumley's made good position. What a great kick it was too, and Gumley will play on looking for Wilmot. Hard volley, clean bowled him. Jeff Martin should be first there for Sturt. He is, and he's way out of bounds, and we'll see the throw in that left forward pocket. Already Sturt have made a change. Hollis has come onto the ground, and I think it was the coach himself, Mervyn Kane, who's come off the ground. Just having a close look, it looks to be Kane. Throw in. Spiel against Bytheen. Hearn couldn't do much with it. Bytheen uses his body, still loose. Boehm applies the tackle.
Viney on the bottom of the pack there for Sturt. He can't do anything with it either. So we confirm that it is Mervyn Kane.
No, it's not Mervyn Kane.
It's not Mervyn Kane after all. And having a look at that, it could be Gumley, but not a play that we recognise instantly. We'll try to pick that up through Graham Campbell. The ball on the half-forward line for Sturt. Spiel against Bytheen, who wins it. Centrals now move the ball to their half-forward line. Platten is there, tries the one-hander again, doesn't come off. Eddie Fry will have to mop up for Sturt. Is to turn back towards the grandstand side. The run is on. Downs can't handle it. Bit of pressure here. He's lost it. Played on quickly. Platten will run at it. Pick it up. He's still got it. Left-footed. This comes unstuck. There's Kane. He's certainly still on the ground.
His handball goes across to Len Warren, and Warren drives short. He's picked out Painter. Painter's got a player loose in the centre. That's Gumley, and Gumley will take off, tucks the ball under his arm and drives one long over the half-forward line, looking for Wilmot. Bubner from behind. Strong mark, Peter Bubner.
Yeah, that's 3 in a row, isn't it? Bubner's kick to the grandstand wing. Settles it down. Krieg. Peter Krieg takes off onto the left foot. Looks for Platten. Will find him. Pressure from Whittlesey, though. Fry sits on Platten. Gives away the free kick. Play it on, says the umpire. Oh, gee, that almost was a sizzler attack by Phil Graham, who's now over the ball. A bit of pushing and shoving.
David I's the man replaced by Paul Hollis, so he must have sustained an injury with that clash with Jamie Thomas down in the back pocket, or back pocket for Central.
Then Warren from half-back comes grandstand side. Big tall Frost to back spot in front with Spiel. Couldn't handle it. Frost the crumbs. Wobbly old kick. It's loose. Half volley. Opportunity now for Clomp. He's met heavily by McGrath. It's up towards the full forward area. The race is on. Wilmot Martin against Bubner. 2-on-1. Wilmot over it. Bubner desperation. Plus, and well done, Peter Bubner. Had 2 to beat this whole play up.
So Sturt right in the full forward position, just 20 or 30 metres out from goal as they see this bounce. Darryl Smith gets it on to Martin. Martin quickly on the Hollis, and Hollis has snapped it, and that's 1 apiece here at the park.
That goal epitomises how luck can play a part in football. 3 minutes ago, Paul Hollis was sitting on the fence waiting for his chance to come into the game. Unfortunately, David I was the fellow that he replaced, and yet David I's coming back on the ground now for Stephen Gumley. So it would appear they're going to leave Paul Hollis out there and change their rovers off the bench. Looks like Mervyn Kane and his coach selectors have tried a little bit of football trickery here to try and throw Central District out of balance a little bit. They're going to change their rovers off the bench and use Hollis as the permanent forward pocket. And it's paid dividends already. 1 goal apiece now.
9-minute mark, scores locked together. 6 points apiece. Frank Spiel to do battle against Bytheen. Bytheen got himself underneath her at the tap. Goes down to the Sturt's player up towards the half-forward line. Off hands it comes. Chance for Hearn. Krieg, in fact, it might have been. The handball towards Frost. The umpire's whistle is gone. It's going away of Hearn, who's doing battle with Todd Viney.
Playing well, Bunga Hearn.
So Hearn's kick over the grandstand wing. Connolly marks. Ooh, gee, looked a little bit like a play on, but managed to run back over the mark. Convinced the umpire. In for Phil Graham, who can't take it. Up goes the ball to Len Warren. He kicks it quickly towards the half-forward line for Sturt. Martin beaten though.
McGrath's handball towards the centre. All Creek missed it. Opportunity now for Martin. He's tackled by McGrath. He got his handball away beautifully. Opportunity now for Sturt. Wall. Long kick over the half-forward line. Wilmot and Bubner again. Off hands. Hollis again. Could be 2 in 2 minutes. No, he's off the side of the boot. Took it well though, Hollis. Had to be quick with the kick, and it's 1 goal, 1 Sturt. Central's 1 straight goal.
It's interesting, this move by Sturt. 3 minutes into the game, they've decided that their rovers should change off the bench and that Paul Hollis should take up a position in the forward line permanent. So far, so good. He's kicked their entire score.
Peter Bubner, the kick-off towards the grandstand side. High fly from Frank Spiel to tap it heavily, but Jamie Thomas from the back pocket clears for Centrals. Oh, big fly by Frost. Doesn't quite come off. Good tap on, though. Gives Painter the run at it. Painter onto the left foot. He's looking for Wilmot, and Wilmot's grabbed it. That's a beauty. Now, that looked like it was gone past him. Turned back, got the one hand to it, and brought it down. 10 goals last week against Woodville. His first shot for the day. And he's missed it by a mile. You can't miss it by more than that.
That really is a very bad miss for a man playing at full forward. I mean, for guys playing on the back line, going down to the forward line, you expect a miss like that.
Jamie Thomas brings the ball back into play. For Bytheen. Spill managed to spoil it away. Opportunity there for Hearn. On towards Krieg. Krieg needs support towards Platten. The handball was a bit soft. I stole it back to Bone. He couldn't get his kick away. David I, the quick handball towards Todd Viney. He'll draw the flag over towards Martin. And Martin will line up the goalposts. Kick underway. Looks good. Split the centre. Jeff Martin's got his first on the board. Sturt. Sturt have got 2 goals, 1. Central's 1 straight goal.
Fine piece of football, Sturt. The handball and the way they won the ball and shared it with each other was just the sort of thing that league football teams try to perfect during the course of their time out in the training track, and that was a great piece of work. That finished up with the boy on the half-forward flank, Jeff Martin, and he kicked a goal.
Just 12 minutes into the quarter, and Sturt have got 7 points away from Central Districts. Central's player on the bottom of that pack is Pryor. He'll hand it back to umpire Schofield for another bounce.
Bounce down. Spiel goes backwards. Painter's kick. Long, covers the square. Jamie Thomas at the back. Hearn the crumbs. Got enough time. He gets a little kick away. Hasn't paid off. But Martin had his name written all over that. And that was a mistake by Bunga Hearn. Martin will play it on quickly. Short. Wilmot on the lead. He's got that one out in front of Butner. But his confidence wouldn't be high after kicking the last one out of bounds on the full.
Not his kicking confidence, but his marking confidence will be riding pretty high at the moment. He's taken 2 good grabs already.
This one on about 45 degrees. Distance shouldn't worry. The youngster that stood off the boot, big chip in the grandstand. That's a better kick. Sturt 3-1, getting away from Central's 1 straight goal.
And that's the way a full forward should kick for goal. I mean, a full forward gets probably 2 or 3 chances a quarter, and he must make the most of them. At this point in time, Wilmot has made 2 chances for himself, and he's kicked 1 goal, nothing. One of his shots was out of bounds on the full, as we saw some 2.5 minutes ago. But he's doing the job. He's become a Central spearhead.
13-minute mark of the first quarter. Sturt 13 points up against Central Districts. Spiel wins the tap, but Pryor grabs it for Central Districts, puts it out wide. Walters misses it. Len Warren. And Len Warren, having learned from just a few minutes ago, you don't pick up the ball, you might give away 15 metres. Doesn't encourage chivalry, though.
Walters short to Bytheen.
It's pretty obvious, Rick, to me that David I's been given the job to tag John Platten. He's moved everywhere the boy's gone.
Bytheen's kick, long drill, one towards Platten. Painter, quick bib on. Downs kick over the half-forward line. Central Districts try to get it out now. Rowe gets a shove, still in a pack there. The umpire finally decides it's not going to go anywhere. And a bounce still within the square, just slightly into attack in the Sturt zone. 15 minutes gone of the first quarter. Spiel and Bytheen. Ball loose on the ground, picked up by Connolly. Now he was robbed of it. Whistle's gone. And umpire Schofield decides to have another bounce, still in the centre square.
Frank Spiel will contest for Sturt against Peter Bytheen, Central Districts. Neither of those gets near the ball. Chance there for Viney to come through. He didn't grab it. Now Klomp with it. Robert Klomp tackled heavily by Platten. Bytheen tries to get out of it. Stephen Bohm. He gets a push in the back, says umpire Schofield. So from the centre half-back position, Stephen Bohm will take the kick for the Bulldogs.
I'd like to know the free kick ratio so far.
Bohm's kick comes grandstand side, looking for Connolly. Walk interfering with Connolly, according to umpire Argent, over the shoulder.
7 kicks to 2 at this stage, counting that one.
Stephen Connolly will pick up 15 metres. Puts him on centre wing, grandstand side. Short lead on from Hull. He'll turn and play it on quickly. He'll get his kick straight in the face of Painter, and that would have stung. Ball still in bounds.
Oh.
No, out of bounds.
It was a lucky break, wasn't it?
Great effort by John Painter there, Keith, to take that ball fully in the face in trying to smother. Great effort.
He's still feeling it. The ball will be thrown in right on the grandstand wing. Spiel wins it straight down into the pack, though. It was Little trying to come out with it. Now Hull turns around. He still doesn't get a clear kick at it. Tony Owens moves it finally forward. This looks good. DeRouge. And to get down, decides to go for the long hand pass out to Peter Krieg. Peter Krieg is pushed off balance and will pick up 1 point only. Central's 1 goal 1, Sturt 3-1.
Unfortunately for Peter Krieg, he was caught in his wrong foot then. Had to give a right foot snapshot for goal, which he missed.
Short kick out from fullback finds David Frost. Big tall man for Sturt. He'll drive towards centre wing. Walk, tapped it on. Chance for Fry, went without it. Connolly also goes to ground towards Motley. And it's the first time I've caught him so far in this quarter. Motley, Drogamalla, back towards Connolly. He'll need support. He turns and finds himself on his natural left foot. Hooks around the corner. Spoil away.
Whittlesey it was. Whittlesey now the tap on. Painter. Good hand pass on to Whittlesey, giving him the run. Whittlesey from the back has come well forward. There's nobody home. This could go through. Does not give him the bounce, though. 1 point only. Sturt 3-2 now. Still clear of Central's 1-1.
Good handball by John Painter. Saw the ball run into the forward line. Long kick from Greg Whittlesey coming up from the back pocket, if you don't mind. And he's kicked the point for his team.
Peter Bubner to bring the ball back into play from full-back.
John Platten's gone off the ball for the first time in the game.
Bubner will drive grandstand side. Big Frost and Thomas will fly for this. Will fall loose. Tapped on by Rowe of Centrals towards Brendan Little. He keeps his footing and should keep the ball. No, he slips. Gumley. Tackle Thomas. Towards Owens, and away goes Owens. Over centre wing. Short. Hull. To Mark Hull. The man from Wagga Wagga drives long. Towards centre half forward. Warren couldn't mark it. Downs almost the plunge. Chance for Walters there with Phil Graham. Still loose. Warren's lost it. Downs barges his way through. Needs support. He's going to drive.
In a long way. He's run too far. Got away with it, though. Gee, Darryl Smith picks it up. Back to Coach Kane. Warren's out there. He's dropped it. That's a bad one. So the chase is on. Martin putting the pressure on. Picking it up well.
Walters onto the left boot. Short. Easy mark by DeRouge. He wants to play it quickly. He's well grabbed by Gumley. But no, DeRouge will be allowed to take his kick.
15 metres.
But I thought he was off. The big fella drives towards the half-forward line. Long kick, big fly. Off hands, Klopp. Turns. In fact, turns himself into trouble. No, the whistle's gone. Klopp allowed to play on towards Kane. The coach goes towards half-forward line. Over player's head, short. Will he might throw that to Viney, but play allowed to go on. Viney's got 3 to beat. Hearn. He's caught. Bohm. Buckner. And finally, Brendan Little should mark. No, spoil away by Frost. Frost with the lanky legs will be first to it. Clever little tap on in front of it. David Frost. Onto the left foot. How's that for a point? Well, I'd love to finish it up with a goal because that was well played, David Frost.
Wasn't it?
Sturt, 3-3, Central's 1-1.
Yet, funnily enough, I thought the mark could have been paid to Brenton Little. He had enough purchase on the ball, but the umpire saw fit not to pay it, and it gave David Frost a chance to not redeem himself, but to retain possession and shoot for goal, and just missed.
Well, an entertaining game here. We've been playing about 19 minutes of the first quarter. Sturt 14 points up at this stage. Darryl Smith on the outer side for the Blues. Turns it into centre half forward. Met heavily there, but there's Martin. He's already got one on the board. No, he can't go for it this time. Looking for Klomp, missed him.
Hearn's kick out wide finds Mark Pryor, and Pryor goes to ground. He'll get 15 metres as well. Bring him up over centre wing. Changes attack, looking for Connolly. Picked him out beautifully too. Connolly was again looking to play it on quickly. This will be the 4th kick for Stephen Connolly. Always plays with that shirt out. Hair flowing, not quite as much as John Platten, but been a fine player for the Bulldogs. He's taking his time here. I doubt if he can kick the distance.
No,
From
couldn't possibly. Couldn't possibly.
He's going to drive it long. Rouge at the back, Spiel, off hands, Platten, he goes to ground and rushes through for a minor behind. So a point to Centrals. They're 1-2-8 points. Sturt 3-3-21.
Jeff Motley watching the game, chairman of the selectors for Sturt. He obviously has the brains trust on the fence because the coach is playing in the back pocket for the Sturt club.
Greg Whittlesey will kick out from that backline position. Goes very long to the outer side. It's a boomer of a kick to find Painter. John Painter's having a bit of trouble picking it up. He's got time though. Now he gets along the outer side. Left footer. Long one. Looking for Clonk. Maybe a bit long for him. Indeed it was. Good mark. Bone.
The central half back line is standing firm at the moment, doing a top job. The 3 of them.
Stephen Byrne, kick number 4. Goes along the boundary line towards centre wing. Tried to be tapped on by Holloway from Painter. Picked up by Connolly. He's met heavily. Ball out of bounds and the throw in on the outer side. Approaching the 21-minute mark of the first quarter. Seen 4 goals kicked. 3 Sturt's way, 1 Centrals.
The tap down was a beauty, but it didn't come off. Platten's got the ball now. He's in there as usual. There's Motley. Motley's left footed. Takes it over the half-forward line for Sturt. But another good... Ooh, that was stolen.
I would have paid that.
Oh, exactly. I mean, I thought the mark was there, and I couldn't believe Martin suddenly had the ball. The mark paid to, I think it's McGrath, is it?
Yes, it is.
Central District.
Malcolm McGrath.
McGrath, undecided. Chips one away towards the outer side. Was looking out there for Rowe. Finally, it was Gumley. I think he got the handball on quickly towards Motley, but well, Motley not impressed with the umpire, the boundary umpire, ruling that was out of bounds.
Feet were inside.
We'll see the throw in on the outer side. Bytheen and Spiel. Smith was caught by Pryor. Gumley. It's a wild old handball away. Tapped on. Still loose. Socket off the ground by Spiel towards Martin. Martin the mark. He'll play it on quickly. Running player Motley jams onto the right boot. It's long and high. Can Bubner mark it? He can.
Quite good. It's close.
Dead heat.
So Peter Bubner
Must come
right
back.
on the line.
Must come back 15 metres.
Peter Bubner will come out grandstand side after that mark to save. He was looking for Little, couldn't find him. So it's Stephen Bone. His kick not picked up by Craig. Fry can recover. He has to back away. Oh, gee, got himself into bother. Little quick to Drogamullah, quick to pick it up. Tries to find Owens. Tony Owens still got his nose over the ball. He's quick. His kick over the half-forward line. Can't find anybody. Kane to mop up for Sturt.
Kick towards off hands. It's brilliantly read by Drogamullah. Up towards the half-forward line. Connolly, the half volley, picks up, turns. He wants to get onto that left boot. He does now. Wobbles one, but it wobbles through for a goal. And that's the first for Stephen Connolly. Central's creep closer. 2-2 to Sturt 3-3.
Fine player, Stephen Connolly. Always the danger in the forward line. He's playing on the wing, actually, but he does move up into the forward line at the drop of a hat. And there's a classic example of an opportunist. The wobbly old kick from Drogamullah found Stephen Connolly's hands. He had a quick look at the goals and kicked the ball unerringly between the big sticks. They needed that goal, Central. They're 7 points behind after that.
Coming up to the 24-minute mark. 7 points the difference. Platten in the bottom of the pack there, and there'll be another bounce of the ball, it looks like. This time it's umpire Argent.
Umpire Argent, the bounce down. Tap one. Creek tried to tap it on. It was smothered. Still loose. Finally, the little short kick comes out towards Motley and Rowe. Rowe goes through. Motley in the crumbs. He's on his left side. He jams it on.
What a kick.
Fires it away. It's not a Peter Motley's first for the day. Sturt, 4 goals, 3. They're 27 points. Central's 2-2-14.
Oh, what a magnificent kick for goal. Caught on his unnatural foot, which is his left foot. Peter Motley, superstar that he is, decided to have a go with his wrong foot and kicked it, well, not right through the centre, but it bounced over the line. A magnificent piece of football by a magnificent footballer. And he is being tagged by Trevor Rowe today, even into the forward line.
Approaching full time of the first quarter. Centre bounce. Up high to Rouge towards Little. Can't do much with it. Still loose in the centre. Bit of desperation plus Little and Hearn. Hearn finally the kick. High. Bring rain. Walters and Warren. Walters couldn't mark it. Warren holds his footing, however, and goes back towards Reid. Reid, the opportunity now. Fires out the quick handball. That's towards Walk. Walk's kick over centre wing. Long looking for Todd Barney. The one grab by Bunga Hearn.
It's a good mark by Hearn. He'll come in towards the centre. With his 6th kick for the game, Frank Spiel's under it. Can he mark it? No, he can't. He managed to get it down to Motley, though. Might have even been deliberate. Painter moves it out now for Frost. Frost onto Painter. Couldn't be in 2 places at once. Painter's kick onto the left foot. This might just go through too. Not quite enough twist on the ball. Sturt 4 goals, 4. Central's 2-2.
Cab O'Neill has elected to tag both ruck rovers. He's got Mark Pryor running around with Smith of Sturt.
Peter Bubner. Long kick out, wants Connolly. Hollis front spot. Hollis managed to put it down. Painter to Hollis. Hollis will run around that small pack and have a shot. He'll go short, looking for Wilmot. He took a specky. Chance for Martin. McGrath there with him. Still loose. Martin and Varney. If Martin can pick it up and do anything with it. Finally taps it forward. It's all Centrals. Bubner. Martin's still in there trying for Sturt. It's a one-man show. Finally Platten. Taps it on towards McGrath.
There's Martin again.
No one can grab it.
He's getting up. Central's clear. Peter Bubner with a long kick in towards the middle. Eddie Fry will stop it though from the half-back line. He's got into trouble again. Peter Reid can't grab it. There's Drogamullah, number 11 for Central Districts. And you can hear the reaction from the Sturt crowd. The freeze is not exactly coming easily for the Blues today.
There's Drogamullah. Short. Picks out Peter Krieg, who's met heavily in the back by Greg Whittlesey. Peter Krieg holding his spot.
Had very little say in the game so far, Peter Krieg.
Kick number 4. In fact, only had a couple of marks as well, Graham. Only a couple of handballs.
Just thought John Painter was having more say than he was up to this point in time.
Krieg's driven it right to the square. Big fly by Graham. Didn't pay off, however, and still took it out of trouble towards Whittlesey.
Fry was the one who got the old 1-2. Spill on to Painter. Painter the Klomp. Klomp moves it forward, looking for Wilmot. Wilmot against Bubner. Over the top of both of those. Jamie Thomas, the back pocket player, will clean up.
Hooks it round the corner, finds Brendan Little. Great kick. Little has. He's picked out Peter Krieg well. Poor old Peter Krieg's back. There's a couple of heavy knocks in as many minutes. Standing his ground. Left foot towards centre half for Phil Graham. A long lead out, pushing the back. Downs will take the free kick on the half-back line.
Andrew Downs from the centre half-back position.
Why was he pinched 15 metres then? I can't work that out.
I can't work out any of it. Frank Spiel couldn't take it. Klomp in front of the pack, wasn't quick enough to get down to it. Len Warren moves it forward. Now Todd Viney. He's got plenty of room. 2 bounces. Now run it in. He's looking for Motley. Motley's got the ball. Motley onto Hollis, will it be? He's got it high into the square for Wilmot against Bubner. Wilmot managed to tap it down. That's Paul Hollis trying to keep it in. Has succeeded. Jamie Thomas won't let him go anywhere. He's there holding the ball. Yes, sir.
Jamie Thomas from the back pocket position short to Tony Owens. David I in late. He wants to push in the back end of the first quarter here at Football Park. An interesting one. Sturt lead. They're 4-4-28 to Central's 2-2. Start of the second quarter at Football Park. Sturt the advantage of a 14-point break going into the second quarter, and they're kicking towards the lake end at Football Park as Spiel tries to tap it forward. Chance now for Smith, who was tackled by Platten. He got his handball away to Painter, who had a great first quarter. Up towards half forward. Quick little give on by Hollis. On towards Klomp. Klomp will line up. Kick, snap. So goal. Looks pretty good. First goal to Robert Klomp, playing his 150th today for Sturt. And that would have taken less than 30 seconds. Sturt 5-4, Central's 2-2.
What a game John Painter was playing, and so John Platten for that matter. But John Painter was the architect of that goal once again. Picked up a loose ball in the centre of the ground. Finished up in the hands of Robert Klomp, who's had a reasonably effective play on the game so far for centre half forward without being super effective, and he got his first goal for the game.
So less than a minute gone in the second quarter, and Sturt have snuck away to a 20-point lead. Krieg taps it on well. Peter Reid couldn't hold it at the half-back line, and so Hull moves it forward for Central District. Peter Krieg again tries to tap forward. Central's doing it the hard way at the moment. Hull now stolen by Smith. Smith and Painter combining well again. Out for Hollis. Paul Hollis came on in the opening minutes of the game. Taps it. Oh, now that's not exactly educated footy.
Easy kick for Thomas, and he'll pick out Platten on centre wing, and
Got to be 15.
Platten will go to ground and they'll sort themselves out. All-star wrestling.
About the only way to stop John Platten, bury him, I think.
He'd still find a way out of it.
Can he ever?
Well, he's got the 15, she deserved, and he's exactly on centre wing on the outer side. Kick number 5. Short. Brendan Little, oh, he's dropped it. Puts his handball on, though, towards Drogamulla. Drogamulla's kick's beautifully smothered. Reid back towards Frost. Frost kicked towards centre ground. Was looking for Martin. Spoiled away off hands to chase on.
David Walker's the one who gets the run at it. He gets on the left boot, comes out very wide. Wilmot's out a mile from goals. He can't keep it in, and that might have been just pretty much what Sturt needed to throw in at this stage, because Ian Wilmot caught 60, 70 metres away from the goal mouth.
Throw in. 5 front spot. Clomp. Platten, Connolly. Still loose. Other side able to take it away from this little scrimmage as McGrath finally brings it out of defence for the Bulldogs and goes short and finds Peter Krieg. He'll take off. Left foot kick over centre wing. Finds Mark Hull. Hull on towards Walters. Walters runs towards the centre. His left foot kick is short. Brenton Owens is found on the centre half forward position.
Superb pass.
So Tony Owens, of course. Tony Owens won the McGarry medal last year playing for West Torrens, and his kick runs right into the square. There's DeRouge. Should be paid the mark. And he is. So big into Rouge in the side today. Here, Cousins not available, of course. So just perhaps 15 metres out. He lines up and puts it on the board. That's a valuable one for Central. It's going to move it closer to Sturt. 3 goals, 2 now behind the Blues, 5-4.
Well, Ian DeRouge enjoys an enormous height advantage over his opponent, Mervyn Kane, the Sturt coach. Ian DeRouge would be about 6'6", I would say, in the old money, and any high ball in the square, he must be favoured to mark, and that was the way they went that time. Central, intelligent planning by Cowboy Neal to use the boy in the square like that, and he's got his first goal, and Central will move on to 3 goals too.
Frank Spiel in ruck for Sturt. He's averaged something like 40 hit-outs so far this season. He just won another one there as well. It's loose, tapped on by Bohm. Smith couldn't get his kick away. Krieg, Connolly gets it on quickly. Chance for Pryor. He jams it onto the left boot. It's high and long towards Tony Owens. Spoiled away. Picked up by Peter Krieg. This kick goes further up than along. Fry short towards the boundary line. It'll be a chase on for Frost. We get one in the back as blatant as ever, but I think they'll play it on.
That's Andrew Downs, who'll run it right along the wing. He's come a long way out from the back.
Playing well, Downs.
There's a big fly by Central's players. Didn't come off, though. Sturt in possession. Not for long, maybe. Hollis trying to grab it. It's Todd Viney on the bottom there. Hollis now with the ball. Gets it on towards Martin. The ball is out of the pack.
Round the neck.
Paul Hollis has picked up a free kick on the half-forward line. This could be within shooting range for him.
No question about that, Keith. He would keep the distance.
He's a good kick.
Accuracy would be the problem.
This is his 4th kick, and Paul Hollis has been a goal shooter for the Blues in his years with them. Onto that left foot, the characteristic kick into the square only. Frank Smith.
He's paid it.
Good mark, had front position. Took the ball down with him. So at the 5-minute mark, Sturt have a chance to kick away that lead again. They're 14 points up at the moment. Can the ruckman, with his first kick of the day, take them to 20 points? Yes, he can. That's the break. 6 goals, 4 against 3-2.
Well, it's tit for tat at the moment. We've seen both big fellows take a mark in the square and kick a goal, the resumption of this quarter. And both sides have kicked the 1 goal for the particular space of time they've been out there. And Frank Spiel's playing his usual game, not getting a lot of kicks, but doing the heavy work around the ground, knocking the ball down to his Rovers. And I'm getting a bit frustrated by this changing the Rovers off the bench, I tell you. They've just done it again. Stephen Gumley on, David I off. And I don't see any great value in that. They go hot and cold, and they really can't feel part of the game as a Rover should feel by resting out of the pocket. But they've got their reasons for doing it.
Back in the centre, Trevor Rowe still tagging Motley. Centre bounce at the 6-minute mark of the second quarter. Spiel, again the tapped on by Painter to Bohm. Bohm trying to break clear, a high kick. Walters got his eye on this one and takes the mark. Walters will go short towards half forward. He's picked out Phil Graham. No, he didn't mark it, but his recovery was great on towards Des Drogamuller. Drogamuller's kick is short towards full forward. Daru grabs.
He's got him.
Well, he seemed to tap that one up in the air and swooped on it with the two hands, claimed the mark, and he's been paid. Similar position to Frank Spiel, isn't it? About 10 metres out. Kick number 3 directly in front. Daruge has now got 2 on the board for Central Districts. And they've got 4-2 to Sturt 6-4.
Well, I wonder what Mervyn Kane can do about this fellow. He's a beanpole. He really is a tall fellow. And Mervyn Kane's having his problems because once he elongates his arms, he's about 7'7". And, you know, poor Mervyn Kane just can't compete with any high ball in that area. But I don't see what his alternatives are. But this was David Frost down there, puts himself on the back flank and puts one of his half-back flankers to the wing. And that would be throwing his side around too much to contain one person. So I think he better stay as it is at the moment. But that's one way out of it, to get a bit more height. And I think the runner might be out there now suggesting it. Jeff Motley on the fence is probably saying the same thing as I'm suggesting.
7.5 minutes gone in the second quarter at Footy Park. An entertaining game with the Blues 14 points up. Another win by Spiel. Sees Painter kick the ball out wide to the grandstand side. Martin can't quite take it, but he recovers well. He's had a good game. Martin into the centre half forward position. Paul Hollis over the shoulder, and it's paid. Hollis has come into this game. He came on in about the first 5 minutes, and he's got 5 kicks now. His short left footer's looking for Wilmot. He's got it. He missed it. He got there, but didn't keep it.
That's the second time Ian Wilmot's dropped. Not an easy mark, but a mark he should have taken.
Umpire Schofield the bounce. Spiel and Bytheen. Bytheen goes for the big smash towards the boundary line, and Connolly can't get there. So from a bounce, we'll see a throw-in the left forward pocket for Sturt. They're in attack, and they're in front.
Forward position. Frank Spiel was the ruckman. Jamie Thomas out with pride. Whoa, his arms and legs flying in all directions at this stage. And then it's all again. That just had to happen, didn't it? The people were going for the head instead of it, and Jeff Martin has lost his headgear, that's for sure.
The old skull cap, is it?
Oh, down they go again. That's McGrath who's interested in playing on with the game, or at least not the game, but the fight. Bytheen's not going to let go Clomp's head. Clomp's gotten up. Still a bit of pushing and shoving up by Schofield in the middle of it. And Bytheen directing traffic. I don't know who he's talking to, but he's not getting far.
Looks to be McGrath's free kick.
McGrath coming out with it.
Well, he won that one in a raffle too.
So Malcolm McGrath in the back pocket for the Bulldogs. Undecided, thought about coming grandstand side. Taking a long time for players to get back into their positions after a short scuffle. Found Peter Krieg on half-back line. Kick number 8 for Krieg. He delivers it, and Central still undecided. Finally drives towards the centre of the ground. Front spot mark not taken. Tony Owens there with Gumley. It'll be a dead heat and the ball up.
So just in the shadow of one of the tall lights here at Footy Park, the bounce right in the middle of the ground. Frank Spiel wins the toss, tries to run it on himself. Painter over it now. She's had a lot of touches today. Kick from Walk to Darryl Smith. He can't quite handle it. Plenty of pressure from Pryor. Sees it go out.
Yes, well, wherever Darryl Smith goes, so does Mark Pryor. And the same could be said of Trevor Rowe shadowing Peter Motley. It's interesting.
Double Blue still in attack. Spiel tried to tap it over the back, picked up by Tony Owens. He turns and hooks one, only covers about 10 metres. Spored away off hands. Chance for Walk. He can't pick it up, taps it on, however, towards Martin. He's bundled over the boundary line by Owens. The ball's still in, however, and Connolly puts one towards centre wing. Motley and Trevor Rowe, nothing on going on. And Motley will win the free kick.
Motley's getting frustrated by Rowe.
I noticed that earlier.
He's been pushing and shoving even in the square. Motley's kick comes on towards centre half forward. Over the top of Wilmot. Desperation stuff at the back. Martin's got it though for Sturt. He's had to come back. kick in is from Gumley. It's gone high, well past the square. That was a fly that just didn't quite come off, did it?
Todd Viney, almost.
Central's player down on this other side of the ground and right in the pocket position.
I would suggest it's the first time in his career Peter Motley has been tagged.
Byrne, the player down for Centrals, as play is allowed to go on. Viney, finally Bytheme with a long handball. Bohm, oh, he took his eye off it. He picks it up towards the centre of the ground. The tackle by Motley, holding the ball. Bohm too slow. Played on quickly. Painter gets it out wide to Eddie Fry, and Fry will boom a long one in. 2-on-1. Spiel and Wilmot. Wilmot at the back looking for the crumbs, and we'll see her throw it in the right forward pocket.
There's still plenty of pushing and shoving going on, isn't there, as this tagging match goes on. The ball only about 10 metres from the point post, right down in the Sturt attack zone. Spiel against Bythene. Bythene wins that one. Ball scooted out by a Central's player. And now the run out from the back works well as Jamie Thomas gets a good boot to ball onto the wing. Darryl Smith, no, it's Len Warren. He's caught. Oh, he just gets that ball away in time, says the umpire. There's another one goes down with it. Central's now in possession.
Walters drives from the centre square, a long kick. Mark at the back by Downs. No, not taken. DeRouge, crowd won't hold the ball, and in fact that's the way the umpire agent will pay it. Well, Downs had that ball covered, but Sturt will get out of trouble.
So Kane comes out grandstand side. His kick finds no one in particular. Indeed, it runs out on the half-forward line for Central District. It's David I warming up, so there'll be another change off the bench shortly from Sturt, it would appear.
Spiel from behind of DeRouge. Instant replay. Another throw in on this grandstand side. Played almost 13 minutes of the second quarter. Spiel again, the tap out over the back. Rowe and Motley, they both go to ground, picked up by Walters. He needs support. He's got a bit of pace. So in fact, it's Owens. Gets his kick towards the pocket area. Missed DeRouge. Picked up by Kane. He's still in bounds. He'll go across the face of goal. Gumley.
Oh. Gumley steadies things up at the centre-half back position. Gee, had to take that one, that's for sure. Now it comes out to the grandstand side. Motley makes a lot of yards. That's who it was aimed at. And Motley turns back in.
No, to Trevor Rowe holding Smith now. Can't believe that.
Yeah, and
he's holding him.
And what's more, yeah, look at that, it's ridiculous. I mean, you're allowed to tag, but that doesn't mean you can grab hold of him. Big fly, and it's taken. That's Clomp. That's the Clomp of old. Across the front of the pack, one hand up, takes a good mark. Turns it right in towards the square. This could go all the way. Not quite. Wilmot's the one who tried to tap it away. Indeed, he did that, but only out of bounds.
Sturt making the change again. David I comes on.
It's becoming boring, that change, quite frankly.
As we see the throw in the right forward pocket. Bythene taps it out wide, picked up by Viney. His kick is offline for a point. Sturt have got 6-5 on the board. They're 41. Central's 4-2-26.
I know if I was roving, I would hate to be coming off the ground every 10 minutes to sit on the fence and go cold again. That's exactly what's happened to the Sturt Rovers today.
Peter Bubner, the kick out, comes towards the grandstand side. It's a long kick. He's looking for Connolly, and Connolly's managed to grab the ball out of the pack. Not paid, though. Connolly's still on the bottom of that pack. Now the ball's broken clear. Walk. He decided to just tap it on to Viney. Viney's saying, oh, and that's a beauty. It's a good goal for Sturt. 7 goals, 5. Central, 4-2.
Yes, a nice piece of play by David Walk from the wing. Hasn't had a big say in the game so far. Nonetheless, he was in a position then to bore in for the ball laying between him and his opponent. He took the odds to nothing and tapped it on to Todd Viney, who's an opportunist. He also has had very little say in the game today because I think William Bunga-Byrne has been well on top from his back flank. But that time, he took the ball, looked at the goals and put it right through.
Double Blues by 21 points. 15-minute mark of the second quarter. Spiel again using a bit of height, won the tap. Chance for Smith. He turns, needs support. Looks out wide towards Frost. He missed the ball, the tall bloke. Brendan Little. Well, he was held onto without the ball, and he'll win the free kick. So it'll be Little for Centrals from the edge of the square at headquarters, and he'll drive towards that left forward flank. Looking for Owens out there, and Graham Whittlesey picks up, gets his handball on towards Fry. He turns. Long one out towards Downs.
Eddie Fry's having a lot of trouble finding the body today.
Direction wasn't there, was it?
He's been a very inefficient player so far, Eddie. He's playing like a man that hasn't played for a while, which is, you know, that's his problem, I guess. He's had 2 games. This is his 2nd game for the year.
Thrown in front of the scoreboard at Football Park. Clever tap on. It's Jamie Thomas, I think, trying to go through it. No, it's Tony Owens, but it's now been snaffled. Peter Reid is the one on the bottom of the pack, the centre-half back for Sturt. He gets up.
He's a real dasher, this Owens, Keith.
Yes, he was very fast in the Torrens reserves last year, and of course he won the McGarry medal in the reserves, and he's shaping up well today.
But Central's made a change very quickly. Peter Collins has come on. Michael Watts has gone off. He's with the ball. We see Barney and Hearn. Barney front spot. He's got it now. Jams it onto the boot. He's hooked it back around the corner beautifully towards Wilmot. And Peter Bubner's made front spot.
Peter Bubner will settle things down, take things to the outer side. He's looking for Bythleen and has found him. Bythleen from the half-back line in towards Pryor. Pryor plays it on. Into Thomas. Good tackle by Martin. Thomas gets the kick away, though. Frank Spill goes for the tap. Too hard to Painter. Stolen by Pryor. Pryor out to Connolly. Connolly's in under real pressure. Blues into attack again. Painter rides it well. Waits for the hand pass on. Darryl Smith has to reach for it. No chance. A few bumps. Sturt don't get this one, then they want to give it away. It's a good goal, and it gives them a very handy break. Takes them to 27 points. Sturt 8-5. Central's 4-2.
That's something you don't see very often in league football. A man is standing unopposed, 15 metres from goal, with virtually almost like he had leprosy. Paul Hollis standing there all by his lonesome. The Sturt boys around the centre of the ground picked up the loose ball and popped the quick kick into the forward line. Paul Hollis, the easiest of goals. And I think that's his 2nd goal for the game. Yes, he kicked their 1st goal, and now he's kicked their 8th goal.
Frank Spear will probably ruck all day for the double Blues as he gets that other smash, and the Blues will drive into attack again. Long kick over the half-forward line. Wilmot from behind. Bubner front spot. He tries to take off. Grab by Motley. Opportunity for Martin. Handball comes out long to Hollis, and Hollis is coming up for another one. Double Blues are cruising, and Hollis is playing very well. He's got 3 on the board so far. And Sturt move away. 9-5, Central's 4-2.
I know I've been criticising the change of the Rovers off the bench, but in doing that, it's given Sturt a chance to have 6 set forwards. Well, not 6 set forwards, but 5 set forwards, because their ruck Rovers are changing up the half-forward flank. But one of those set forwards, of course, is Paul Hollis, and he's kicked his 3rd goal. So, for all my criticism of changing the Rovers off the bench, they've got 3 goals out of the permanent forward pocket to Paul Hollis. So it's working. Kevin Neal looking very worried.
And indeed he might, because Sturt have got away to a 33-point break here. We're at the 18-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. Central's now trying to get it into attack again. Stephen Connolly. He kicks, doesn't quite come off. Tony Owens, the bounce doesn't favour him. Neither does it Len Warren. Martin. Spiel. Spiel waits to Len Warren. Got his kick away to spot a lot of pressure. Viney. Todd Viney, tailed by Platt. He still gets a kick. That's an angel bruiser.
Courage needed here.
Little that finally got underneath it. Peter Bubner, the crumbs. Oh, his handball was brilliantly stolen. Painter comes out wide. Motley. So the double Blues machine is moving along.
And Motley is a magnificent kick of the ball, Rick.
This will be kick number 7, despite the tagging by Trevor Rowe today.
And there's no question to get the distance. It's only a matter once again of the accuracy bit.
Wilmot's made a lead, but Motley's going to go long. His kick is long, it's strong. Back it's a goal. Top effort by Peter Motley. He's got his personal 2nd, and the double Blues have got 10 goals fired to Central 4-2.
Well, they've really exploded into life, Sturt, this quarter. 6 goals for the quarter. Peter Motley has finally shaken off the shackles that Trevor Rowe has restricted him with his own brand of tagging. And as we just mentioned, 7 kicks for the game so far. That's his 2nd goal.
So more than 6 goals the break now as the Blues have a great 2nd quarter here at the park. Frank Spill wins yet another knock. Painter gets yet another tap on. Now things come a bit unstuck as Walk can't get it, but Jeff Martin keeps his head down over it. Platten's there for Central Districts. He can't take the ball out. Scooped away. The throw is paid and McGrath will pick it up for Centrals.
Who goes short to the centre of the ground. Stephen Connolly. Walk, making sure he doesn't take off, but Connolly does as soon as he lets go and goes towards the outer side. Looking out there for the new bloke on in Collins for Central Districts is Fry. Wild handball to Hull. Hull gets swung on towards Collins. He taps on towards Drogamullah. Platten it was that picked it up. Now Drogamullah with the ball. He'll go over the top to Phil Graham. Phil Graham, do they need this one, Centrals? Graham's kick is good. Phil Graham named it full forward today for Centrals. He's got his first on the board. And Centrals have got 5-2, still trailing Sturt on 10-5.
Boy, did they need that goal. They just can't get their act together in their forward line, Central. They've got a lot of blokes running around up there, but things aren't happening for them at all. And they've tried, or Coach Kevin Neal has tried the switch of bringing Peter Collins onto the ground to replace Michael Walters, but, you know, it's only a move for the sake of a move at the moment because he hasn't had a big say in play. And mind you, neither did Michael Walters while he was out there. And that's their 5th goal, and Phil Graham's first, sorry.
So the change is on again as Sturt change the Rovers off the bench. Central Districts now in possession again, quickly on the Pryor. His kick long. Philip Graham almost the take, recovers quickly, gets the boot to ball. This looks good, not good enough. In fact, nowhere near it.
Bit unfortunate that. I thought they almost could have paid the mark to Phil Graham. He just brought it down for that split half second that you sometimes need to do to be paid a mark on the forward line. Didn't happen for him.
Mervyn Kane looking for Frank Spiel. Fine mark, Frank Spiel. He's rucking well. He's been good in the air today, and he's even kicked a goal. It's good for the stateside. Frank Spiel's kick across the ground. It'll fall loose. No man's territory. Barney bounce favoured him beautifully. Over the top to Greg Whittlesey. Whittlesee's off. Has a look. Luxury of a bounce. The handball over the top to Eddie Fry. Eddie Fry's kick's long. It'll go right to the square. Back to the goal. And Eddie Fry will put one on the board. And Sturt, they're looking good. 11 goals, 5. Central, 5-2.
Eddie Fry coming well down from the half-back line, which I like to see really from half-back flankers. I think they've got to think attack. I mean, there are times for defence, there are times also to run forward of the play. Eddie Fry's a pass master at it, received the hand pass and kicked the goal. And it was a lovely goal, educated goal. And that really is the first effective piece of play Eddie's been involved in today. He's had a bit of trouble coming to terms with getting a bit of efficiency into his play, but it happened for him then. That's Sturt's 11th goal.
So it's back to a 39-point break as we hit the 23-minute mark in the second quarter at Football Park. DeRouge is in the ruck now for Central District. Coming through fast then. Couldn't think, is that Collins, a new player on. The ball moving forward to Phil Graham. Platten will pick it up for Central Districts. He's going to have a look at the goals. Onto the left boot. And that's a beauty. Central's quick to reply. 6 goals, 2. Sturt 11-5.
There's the champ, John Platten. Has been a little restricted this quarter. I think that they are running the tag on John Platten, the opposition. They're changing both Rovers off the bench, as we've mentioned 101 times. And in doing that, they're keeping those guys in touch with John Platten when they come on the ground. They virtually run around just getting in the road of John Platten, but had no effect then. He ran into an open goal virtually at the end of his work and kicked his second for the game. They need plenty more than John Platten Central to drag this game out.
Approaching full time of the second quarter, the bounce to Frank Spiel. He goes for the big smash, picked up by Connolly, concedes ground but uses pace. Drives out wide, son worrying a few of the players out there. A chance for Brendan Little. He picks up his handball to, well, I think it was towards Pryor, missed him completely. Collins, finally Drogamullah, now Pryor, long kick, long right to the square, Kane there. The back of the pack, Downs. Oh. Downs has a look at Platten come at him and zips over the line for the conceded point.
Now, so a bit of Bathan in the square now. That height disadvantage is not so marked. Mervyn Kane can handle him quite comfortably, as we just saw down in that contest for the ball.
So we come up to full time in the second quarter as Downs' kick comes long to the grandstand wing. In front, David Walk, nice pick-up, gets his kick forward, looking for Martin. In front of him is Jamie Thomas. Good ride by Thomas on to Connolly. Connolly has to sidestep. His short kick will be found by Spiel.
Frank Spiel wastes no time, goes towards the centre of the ground. Playing players, Greg Whittlesey gets around, gets a heavy bump from Hearn, but he gets his kick away up towards Wilmot. Good Peter Bubner read that beautifully in flight.
Peter Bubner quick to play onto the outer side. Player will take the ball. No, he doesn't. He's spoilt by Warren.
Collins.
Peter Collins has come on and was paid the mark, I guess.
Yep.
It's his first kick for the game. And
there was a mark.
So he moves it on now to Hull. Hull can't keep it. Reed forces it out for Sturt.
No, throw it. Hull's got to lift his game at centre-half forward. He just can't seem to get his hands around the ball and retain possession of it.
Out of sight, the throw in. Spiel and DeRouge, almost a dead heat, taken off hands by Connolly. Quick handball comes out to Warren. Warren on to Motley. Motley's kick will go over the half-forward line. Smith, well, was over the heads of the players leading out, and Darryl Smith took an easy mark on the chest. This will be kick number 8. Not sure they go short. Eddie Fry, and Eddie Fry's just kicked one from about this position. He popped it onto the boot and sits twice. He has for his second goal, both in this quarter, and Sturt 12-5, Central 6-3.
Well, that's the inexperience of Peter Collins, I imagine, because Eddie Fry is standing him at the moment, and he's just run into the forward line again, completely unopposed. Now, mind you, Andrew Smith could have had a shot for goal from that position, but he elected to go short to Eddie Fry. He was 15 metres better off, and he kicked the easiest of goals. Eddie's second for the quarter from the half-back flank. Fair effort.
Almost the 27-minute mark, and Sturt gained that 39-point advantage again. Can they retain it to half-time? Painter, I should say, tried to get the kick away, and there's a free kick being picked up for Sturt in the square. It's David Frost. Onto the left boot he goes to the half-forward line. Here's a chance for Wilmot. Almost a take. He gets the ball forward. That's Clonk over it, number 22 for Sturt, his old number. Playing his 150th for Sturt today as he traps the ball at the centre-half forward position.
Approaching 27 minutes of the second quarter. The bounce down on the half-forward line. Sturt into attack. They've been there most of this quarter. Thomas. Now it's wide to McGrath. Chance now for Pryor. He's got the ball, has a look, goes short. Leads on. That's Collins. Collins couldn't take the grab, but he picks up the crumbs. Back to Pryor. Put him under all sorts of pressure. Motley gets Rowe the tackle. Motley's handball towards Platten, in fact. Pryor still with Platten. Platten brilliantly grabbed by Motley. Oh, shot wrong. Well, it's a good grab.
There's only one problem. Platten had the ball.
So he gets his kick. It's long towards Mark Hull.
He must have heard me. I said he's got to start holding his marks.
He does, and he's found Phil Graham. No, he hasn't in the back, surely yet. Down's the offender for Sturt, and away goes Graham. Doesn't waste any time. On towards Krieg. Krieg onto the left boot. Oh, he's gone short. Maybe he should have driven long, I don't know. Mervyn Kane, the easy mark.
28-minute mark. The coach puts the ball out to the outer side. Hugh Sturt jumpers there, but it's read off the back beautifully. That's Owens who scoots back in towards goal. This looks like it'll come off. No, not quite. So Central's not the accuracy they need. They're behind. 6 goals for to Sturt's 12-5.
That's the one weakness in his makeup, Owens. He's just too quick for his own good. He's kicking the ball while he's running and doesn't quite get the effectiveness out of his good work in winning the ball.
Then Warren played it to himself and then gives it to the coach, Mervyn Kane. He'll drive over centre wing. Long way up there towards Clonk. He's got a player chasing him in behind, but he gets his kick in. It's a grubby old kick along the deck. Thomas couldn't pick up. Viney the tackle. Out of bounds for the throw-in.
The ball's moved very quickly down to the half-forward flank, outer side for the Blues. 29 minutes gone in the quarter. DeRouge will ruck. Looks like Darryl Smith will go up the ruck rover for Sturt. Platten scooting around the outside of the pack, manages to get hands to it. Does he keep it in play? Not quite.
There'll be a lot of time on, Keith. There's been 12 goals kicked in the quarter.
Been a good quarter for Sturt. 8 goals. Centrals have managed 4.
Throw in. Outer side. DeRouge against Smith. The Sturt that went up for it. DeRouge probably a dead heat. Hearn, Platten, and that looks like another stalemate. We'll see yet another bounce. Sturt continue to keep the ball in their attack zone.
The bounce takes place on their half-forward line. Klomp the tap that time. Platten riding it again. Viney with him, though. Out of bounds. So the ball neutralised on the outer side in the dying moments of the second quarter.
We're approaching the 30-minute mark, in fact. Spiel and DeRouge. Spiel's done a mighty job. He'll deserve a rest at half-time. Kick finally comes out. It's loose. Off hands. Chance for Byron. He can't pick up. Under plenty of pressure. He's lost it, but he's got it back. And he takes off. Streaks through half-back. Goes short. Finds Stephen Connolly. Oh, no, he's missed the daisy cutter. the shoulder.
And I'll tell you what, that kick from Stephen Barr wasn't meant for Stephen Connolly.
Oh, my God. Central's coming unstuck. Drogamulla gets another chance, though. Back to Connolly. Connolly at last gets a decent kick right into the middle of the ground.
Oh, well done, Platten.
John Platten. Not paid somehow. Frost taps it on. Throw, says the umpire.
Hugh Darouge for Centrals with the ball in the centre of headquarters here. He'll drive over the square. Motley's got his eye on this one. He can't take it. Mervyn Kane, the crumbs at the back. He gets out to Spiel. Spiel goes over to Eddie Fry. The Blues have got players running again. Greg Whittlesey out from defence. He's over centre wing, and he's got Viney loose. Viney will, well, if he can pick it up, should go over the top towards Hollis. He couldn't get his handball away quick enough. Frost, now Hollis. He turns, thought about the kick. Handball goes on quickly. Whittlesey still with it. He could even kick a goal as well. No, he gets under Wilmot. Wilmot smashes it onto the boot and puts it through for a goal. Well, I thought Greg Whittlesey might have had an opportunity there to kick a goal. Wilmot's got 2. And Sturt, well, they're streaking away. 13 goals, 5 to Central, 6-4.
Yes, it's been a real procession for Sturt this quarter, doing as they wish virtually, and so many backline players are infiltrating into the forward line. It doesn't happen at this rate all that often, but now we saw Greg Whittlesey a mile out of his ground, coming up into his attacking zone and getting a hand pass over to Ian Wilmot, who kicked his second goal for the game, or was it his third? It was his second.
So a 7-goal break to the Blues, and we're at the 32-minute mark of the second quarter. Darouge taps it down only to find Painter, who takes it with him. Good play, Painter, puts it in towards Wilmot, but there's another fine mark from Bubner. He's done well in that fullback position.
Bubner's beating Wilmot, no question about that.
Bubner's 9th kick. 7 marks by Bubner as he takes this kick back towards the grandstand side. Motley in front position, couldn't bring it down. He's somewhere in the bottom of that pack. It's after a very long quarter. Sturt can go in feeling very comfortable at this stage. 13 goals, 5, 83 points. That's 43 points.
Start of the third quarter here at Football Park. Sturt in front by 43 points. They've done it quite well on the first half. Centrals need a lift. They've made a couple of changes, and Graham will point them out for us in just a moment. In the centre of the ground, Centrals into attack. Creeks kick over half forward. Long kicks, ball away by Downs it was. Ball loose on the ground, picked up by Tony Owens. He tries to make a bit of room. He can't get away. His handball smothered. Well done, Mervyn Kane. Platten, he's in there, still driving around the boundary line, but he's well out of bounds, and the throw in.
Well, the first thing I've noticed is that Trevor Rowe's still standing Peter Motley wherever he goes, and Jamie Thomas has gone to centre half back on Robert Klomp.
43 points the difference at Football Park. Sturt in front. They're in defence at the moment. No, Philip Graham gets the ball, runs it forward. He's got to get this one. No, he's...
Josh.
My goodness me.
Oh, isn't it cruel?
6 goals, 5. 7 goals down on Sturt.
Cowboy can't believe it. He really can't. That had to be a goal, that gift wrap.
Be Greg Whittlesey. He's going to bring the ball back into play. He's thinking about coming grandstand side, but no one really knows where he's going to go. I don't think he knows either. Still undecided. There'll be time wasting over here.
There's a bit of a icon in the middle of the ground at the moment, actually. Just a little bit of interest developed, but the play meanwhile goes on, and Painter's got the ball and a long, long way to play with. He goes for his 13th kick. He's had a number of touches in the first half. There's a fly and a take by Ian Wilmot. We saw one specky in the first quarter, a bit quiet in the second. Here he comes up now for kick number 4.
Gone short. He's picked out Eddie Fry, centre half forward.
Now somebody simply must come up with Eddie Fry. It's been going on well since the second quarter. He drifts into the forward line and becomes an unmarked player.
He's got 2 goals. I think both of those were kicked in the second quarter. He won't make the distance here, but he'll take the mark in the front of the pack.
Jeff Martin. Gee, ran forward at that, didn't he? Looked good coming at the ball. Took the ball firmly. Plenty of competition in the pack. So Jeff Martin from Mildura, he's come down this year. Captain coached up there last year. And he's got one on the board, and Sturt scoot away. 8 goals clear now, Centrals. It's 14-5 to 6-5.
He's been a very lively player all day, Jeff Martin, and he's worked hard for his success today. And as Keith said, it's his second goal for the game, and Philip Graham was at fault then. His direct opponent, Eddie Fry, left him and ran 50 yards upfield to receive an easy kick, easy little chip shot, popped over to him, and Eddie Fry himself then kicked a long ball into the square. He didn't really pick out the boy Martin, but Martin took a fine mark in front of the pack and kicked his second goal. Doing it easy, Sturt.
Stephen Boehm on the bench at the moment for the Bulldogs. We're back in the centre with umpire Argent. Tap one by DeRouge towards Krieg. He's put under the hammer. Ball loose. David Frost on the bottom of the pack for Sturt, but the free kick's going to be paid to Motley. Infringement more than likely by Trevor Rowe. Motley's kick, number 9. Out wide, again looking for Martin Norton. He got one in the back. McGrath, the offender for Centrals, and Jeff Martin will take the kick from the half-forward line. Wilmot's on a lead. That's where he's gone now, and found him. No, he's dropped it. Connolly, the crumbs, long handball towards Krieg. He put him under the hammer too. McGrath turns. He'll come towards the centre. No, he'll go over centre wing. Long chase on. Krieg. Hull will be first to it. Running player is Collins. Collins' kick, centred, will find Tony Owens. No, he's dropped it too. I swear that ball's got butter on it. It's loose. Kane.
Mervyn Kane to recover. He goes for the safety of the line.
You see, the ball handling errors of Central just aren't on for a league club. They're dropping marks unopposed, and you just can't do that and still survive at this level.
So the forward pocket position for Central Districts. They need goals, and they need them quickly. 8 goals down here at the park. We're only 4 minutes into the third quarter, though. There's plenty of game left, and perfect conditions for big goal getting today. Sturt bring it out towards the grandstand side for Fry. He can't quite take it. Decides to run backwards to get a bit of safety. Frost kick towards the grandstand wing for Frank Steele. Frank's had a good day today. Ooh, gets into trouble then, though. Daryl Smith recovers it for him. Plays well to skirt it along the line. Clever football, Daryl Smith.
Throw in on the grandstand side, centre wing. Spiel will do battle against DeRouge. Herculean performance so far by Spiel. He got the tap towards David Butler, who's on the ground for Centrals. Didn't play the first half into the game, replacing Brett Hannum as Painter goes long and finds Wilmot. No, another mark drop. Finger-tipper, Peter Bubner will finally kick. Long kick. Go right over half-forward, Phil Graham. Big fly, couldn't handle it. Off hands, Downs for Sturt. Clears out wide.
Downs goes out towards the line, and it'll find the line on the half-forward line for Central Districts on the outer side.
Yes, I'm still trying to pick up the moves by Central coach Kevin Neal. The most predominant one, as I said, was a replacement of Stephen Bowen with Jamie Thomas, the centre-half back, which puts Mark Fry to a back pocket.
As Whittlesey brings the ball in towards the centre for Motley. Motley plays on. It's a high kick forward. This time under it. Oh, Danny takes the mark.
Made hard work of it.
That's Paul Hollis, number 21 for the Blues. He's got a couple already. He just started to play it on. Gumley in a spot of bother. He gets it on to Martin. Martin will get another one at this rate. No, he's missed it. To Sturt, 14-6 now. Central 6-5.
He could have almost walked in and made a certainty of that, but there's the inexperience, I suppose, of a lad playing in his first league season. It is his first league season, is it not, Keith?
Yes, he Mildura before
yep,
this.
That's right. Well, he virtually could have walked in and kneed that ball through. He decided to shoot from, well, 25 metres out and missed it, just by, what might you call it, the impetuosity of youth?
Well, he's not that young, actually. He's actually quite an experienced footballer in the bush. 26 he is.
Hell.
That was just a blue.
I'm trying to excuse him.
Bubner's kick is... found it coming straight back at him. In fact, he's got to beat 2 players there, and the free kick will go Sturt's way.
Andrew Smith.
So for Sturt, it'll be Daryl Smith. No, it won't be.
The other way.
It'll be Ian Wilmot. Peter Bubner had to beat 2 of them. Pretty hard to do.
So Wilmot's having a bit of trouble getting into gear this week, as he did last week. 10 goals against Woodville last week. This time he's only got 1 goal in each quarter so far. Now he lines one up, and the umpire's got to move too far this side of the big white one, so another point to Sturt. 14-7, Central 6-5.
That's one of the few positions that Central are winning, the full-back slot. Peter Bubner's had a really big day. He's marked efficiently, he's cleared with dash, and he's been one of the 3 better players in the Central lineup. I can only pick out Peter Bubner, Stephen Connolly, and possibly John Platten, who have beaten their opponents.
Well, it'll be Bubner, selected to go long, go to the edge of the square. Big fly by Motley, went for the spoil. Another chance. Motley, the running player, he got his kick away. It's a wobbly old one. Peter Bubner, the crumbs, he's followed. Beautiful tackle. Martin and McGrath. McGrath goes back to Hearn. Hearn over towards Jamie Thomas. Thomas needs support. He'll find it. Tony Owens. Play on.
Nearly downfield, that.
Towards the centre of the ground. Phil Graham against Eddie Fry. Loose left. Streaking through for the double Blues. Long kick. It's going to go long and wide. held his ground and picked out the floating old wobbly ball from Len Warren, and he's taken the mark, only about 15, 20 metres out.
Great dash from Len Warren, though, wasn't it? Beautiful take in the middle of the ground.
That's about as good as I've seen Len Warren do. Quite frankly, I didn't know he had that sort of dash in his makeup.
So Ian Wilmot will line up for goal number 3. He's kick number 6. Into the accuracy, that looks very good. Splits the centre and he's got his third. Sturt, well, they're doing it easy. 15 goals, 7. Central 6-5.
Well, Ian Wilmot has been one of the few blokes, as I said before, that has been well held by the man that he's on. But still, he's bobbed up with 3 goals, and he's possibly had 6 shots for goal today, and he's 2.5 bits on the field. So this isn't really a real barren part of the forward line for him, but it's just that Peter Bubbin has done so well with his clearing dashes.
Well, at this stage of the game, you'd have to say Sturt had turned the corner after their very good win against Woodville last week. Now they get the chance to take it to 3-all in the games played so far, because they're 56 points clear of Central Districts. But Central's in attack now. Peter Reid will recover for Sturt. Actually not. He's been given a free. Against him, I should say. So Andrew Downs will stand the mark.
Be Walters for Centrals from the half-forward line. Natural left footer will go long. Right to the square. Darouge at the back. Goes on. Finger tipper. 2 grabs and it's been paid. He's got a bit of height. It's been somewhat effective when in attack for Centrals. He's taken 5 marks in the air today.
And 3 of them in the square. This should be his 3rd goal, quite frankly. Good boy.
Chalk it up.
Done well.
So Centrals, well, they've got 7-5. Still got a big job ahead of them to Sturt 15-7.
Sad to relate, their only ploy seems to be in their forward line, popping up high to Ian Darouge. And he's done the job for them. The number of times they've been able to do that particular long kick into the square, he's been able to stand his ground and mark over Mervyn Kane 3 times. And out of those, on those 3 occasions, he scored a goal each time. So he's doing a good job, Ian Darouge, and he's probably their 4th best player, taking an overall look at the effectiveness of the side. And good effort by Ian Darouge to get his 3rd goal, and that just gives Central a little bit of heart.
10-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. 50 points the difference. Double Blues will look to Frank Spiel to win yet another tap. He doesn't win that one. That one's gone straight to Jamie Thomas. He can't get it clear, though. Down goes the pack. And slowly getting up with the ball will be David I, one of the players that's been tagging John Platten today.
Umpire Schofield the bounce. Awkward one. Big smash. Finally comes out the back door. Smith was met heavily, and he'll win the free kick. Mark Hull, the offender for Centrals. Darryl Smith, the free kick from the edge of the square. Kick number 9. Long out wide. It's all McGrath, Trevor Rowe out McGrath, I should say, out there, who plays on to Peter Krieg. Krieg thought about the handball, gave it straight back to McGrath, put him in all sorts of trouble. And the handball from Klopp found Pater. He'll almost find Martin as it's loose with Krieg.
So it's come loose again for Central Districts. Now they get the chance to move the ball forward. Collins to centre half forward for Philip Graham. Almost a take, not paid. Play it on. David Walk over the ball for Sturt. Taps it on to Eddie Fry. Fry thinks about the handball, decides to go for the big one. For no one in particular. The ball will run out in front of the member stand at Football Park.
Like I was suggesting to young Collins, he should get the ball and go for a couple of yards before he kicks it. He gets it and kicks it in the same motion. He's rushing into his work.
Throw in. Spiel on the tap back towards the boundary line. Platten provide the Shepherd. Brendan Little couldn't keep it in, and David Cross didn't like the attention Little was giving him, and a little yike on him. Platten in it with Frost, and down goes Platten, and he... Well, maybe... That's hotly, doesn't it?
That's ridiculous. Now, that kind of thing is daft. You've got a couple of players having a go. They'll calm down. It does not require other players from either side to jump into it.
It's what you call backing up your teammate, though, Keith.
Well, not when it's just a one-on-one, mate. When you go in to clear somebody off the top, it is.
Well, believe it or not, David Frost comes out with the ball. Kick number 9. Wobbly floating kick. Klomp almost the mark. Hollis goes down to ground. Gets the handball out. Will miss Klomp. Jamie Thomas on towards Krieg. Krieg has a look. There's not a lot of white shirts around. He's gone to the centre of the ground. Off hands. Holt couldn't take it. Butner. He's lost it. Still loose. A heavy clash there between Connolly. Finally, Jeff Martin clears one away out wide. Woods Klomp. He'll pick up. He's got all the time in the world.
He needs it.
thought about the handball, finally does, and completely missed Painter, but Painter backed it up beautifully. 1-2 with Painter, snapped towards the goal, and well offline for a minor score for a point. Well, Sturt could have made more of that.
Yes, they could have, quite frankly. They had everything going for them. They outnumbered Central again in the forward line. But I think John Painter rushed his work then. If I can be super critical of a bloke that's done such a good job all day, he just rushed into it and got nothing out of what should have been probably a goal.
Peter Bubner's kick comes out to the grandstand side. A big, long kick out. Couldn't find a Central's player. Now the ball comes down, though, with Connolly in front. He's tackled by Wood. Taken down. Little, the wingman, with a chance to go forward. To the half-forward line. Philip Graham in front. Not taken. Downs couldn't take it at the back.
Now, can Owen do something? No.
Handball went forward. Kane came out with it. Safe one to Lenny Warren. And Warren's kick will find the boundary line.
I've been saying it all day, but the boy Owens can get the ball good enough, but he doesn't seem to be able to do anything effective with it once he gets possession. He neither kicks goals nor finds a man with his resultant kick.
Central's on their half-forward line. The throw in. Spill from the back, won the tap. Flatton trying to go through. He gets bodied off the ball by Downs, and in fact it was Darryl Smith. The Sturt will see the throw in. And there's the icon, Peter Motley on centre wing. And Peter Bythorn. You can sense a bit of friction's been getting into this game since the word go. And umpire Argent really probably shouldn't be in the thick of things.
They don't seem real keen to let go, do they?
No.
Umpire Argent doing a bit of refereeing work there, saying break, boys, but he won't. And now Peter Bythorn speaking very seriously to him. Motley's interested in talking to him still as well. And the trainer comes in to calm Peter Motley down. Unusual for Motley to be so aggravated, but he's been tagged very closely by Rowe, and you can see he's still sticking to him like glue.
And Rowe at this point in time has had a kickless, handballless day.
And umpire Argent still talking to Motley.
But he's won the tug department though, Graham.
He's won the what?
Tug department.
Oh, I guess so, but boy.
So the throw in. Connolly off hands, gets a hurried little handball away. It's loose. Hull. Well, the umpire Schofield's found the free kick there. It's going the way of Mark Hull for Centrals.
I mean, even though you're tagging, you must have some creativity in your play. You never leave Peter Motley's side.
Hull's kick long, driving towards the square. Is going to be three blues, double blues flying, and it's, well, through for a minor score to Centrals. They're 7-6 to Sturt 15-8.
This is what's frustrated Peter Motley, I think, to be uncharacteristically antagonistic towards the opposition.
So Andrew Downs comes out towards the grandstand side for Darryl Smith. Can't quite take it. Plenty of competition from David Bubner. Ball's kept in by David Bubner. Smith will swoop over it. So does David Bubner.
Did well, David Bubner.
Now the pick up by Connolly, but now it's out of bounds.
The Bulldogs still into attack, but they can't get the majors on the board. Throwing on the half-forward line. Spiel won that tap towards Reid with Flatton. Reid tapped it towards Fry. Fry's handball up in the air, and finally he elects to tap it over the boundary line. As Motley and Rose still having their little tussle here on centre wing. That's the cheers you can hear from the crowd.
Throw in on the half-forward flank for Central Districts. Can they use the ball? Now they get a chance through David Bubner. Kick goes forward. Mervyn Kane watches it carefully, keeps his eye on it, picks it up well. Out to Len Warren. Downs it was. Now Len Warren. And he's got miles to work with, and he's away again. What can he do with it this time? Kick it into the man.
Flatton almost the crumbs, picked up. Still loose in the centre. Finally Mervyn Kane coming out. His handball was
covered it. Fair dinkum.
Mike Bean's dropped it and lost it, and Kane goes to the ground, and Martin goes in. In fact, they're all in, and maybe we should bounce up and start again.
Okay, so they're going to have a minute off, I reckon, and recover their skills.
It really was ordinary, honestly.
17-minute mark of the third quarter, and it's not real pretty at the moment. Frank Spiel taps it on. Klomp tries to pick it up. He fails. Kriegs now. That's Hearn with the ball. The Central District, he's gone down.
Nobody seems to be able to take possession of the ball. It's virtually keeping off the man with the ball.
Let's be optimistic. It'll go away from it this time.
Well, there's the bounce. And there's the tap on by Eye, and it's developing another star-mate, is it? No, out towards Painter. Painter's little kick out wide. Jeff Martin should be first to it. He's got Wilmot for support. He'll turn. Wants to get his kick away. He does. It's kick number 8. Long, go right to the square. Top Viney.
Courageous.
Made a lot of ground.
Gee.
It was a high kick in, but Viney coming in very quickly, lurched out, grabbed it and took a fine mark on the edge of the square.
Todd Viney's been a bit quiet today. He's been averaging 26 touches, but this is only his 7th kick for the game, I think. But it's an effective one. So Sturt thunder away, 16 goals 8, Central 7-6.
One thing that proved, the boys got outstanding courage. He had to run against the play then to take that mark. It was a great piece of courageous football by Todd Viney, who is playing half-forward flank, and as Keith suggested, hasn't had what you might call a really big day, and yet has been quietly effective on occasions. And he's kicked a couple of goals. He kicked the 7th goal for his club, and that's his, as I said, the 2nd goal, and his club's 16th, and they've skipped right away from poor old Central at the moment. Nice old Bath at the moment.
The writing's certainly on the ball, on the board for Centrals. They'll go away with a loss here from Football Park. The ball again directed towards Klomp. He goes to ground. It's loose. Comes out now, finding from Darryl Smith. Smith's kick will go long towards the square, looking for Wilmot. Bubner front spot. It's loose. Wilmot recovers. He's trying to get the handball out, but couldn't. Finally, Pryor's
long handball comes out to William Hearn. William Hearn gets his kick from the half-back line.
Found him.
Oh, hasn't worked. So Sturt in possession again. Darryl Smith. His kick comes down towards the flank. Can't find the player. Over the top of the packet goes Todd Viney again. Todd Viney looking for the player. Decides to put it right into the square. There's Wilmot against Bubner. Bubner's the one to recover, and it runs out of bounds.
So it'll be a throw-in in the left forward pocket for Sturt. Into attack as we approach the 19-minute mark. It'll be Robert Klomp, I should say, against De Rouge. Ball's loose, finally with Platten. He's trying to get away from Martin. He does. He gets his kick away towards centre wing, Peter Krieg. And finally we see a mark held. So Krieg from centre wing. Kick number 13 it is, with his left foot. Drives towards the half-forward line. Greg Whittlesey read that beautifully.
So Greg Whittlesey, the back pocket player for the Blues, booms it down the centre. Well, this could be a bit long for Len Warren. Oh, good mark. Len Warren had to back all the way into the player. Plenty of competition from David Bubner.
Been pulled for that.
He plays it on quickly for Darryl Smith. It's well out in front of him. He's got the run on it. The shepherding is there. Smith runs into an open goal if he can kick it.
Missed it behind.
Out of the goal umpire certainly agree with you. Yep. Darryl Smith's not quite so pleased about it. Sturt pick up their 9th point, 16-9. Plays Central 7-6.
Well, we saw a goal in VFL football last week go straight through the behinds and get paid a goal, so anything can happen, I guess. And Darryl might be a bit upset that he got a bit closer than the Melbourne player did last Saturday.
In fact, umpire Argent has come all the way down the ground and virtually taken this play off umpire Schofield. I don't know what happened.
On decision.
I think he's trying to say, I'm trying to pick out the player that was at fault. William Hearn might have grabbed Wilmot as he went past him. That's what I think he's paid it for.
Well, Wilmot ended up with a ball and he ended up with a goal. Sturt have got 17-9 to Central 7-6.
Well, that's really upset the apple cart for any sort of a Central comeback. Apparently, a Central District player was holding on to Ian Wilmot as he ran past him. It would appear it was William Hearn, but I might be doing the fellow an injustice saying that, because I didn't really see it happen. Nonetheless, it is a goal to Sturt, and one of the rare times you'll see the fullback go to kick in, but be told to give the ball to the full forward.
Well, umpire Argent, when he went back to the centre there, Robert, had a long talk to Trevor Rowe. I don't know whether he may have done something, and free kick we lay down the ground.
Well, you know,
I suppose if the ball's not in play, then is that where the ball's picked up, Graham?
I guess so. It's a new one on me. I would have thought...
Well, judging by the way umpire Argent ran all the way from the centre of the ground to give that decision, I'd say it could have been a free kick down the ground, and the offender may have been Trevor Rowe in the centre.
Philip Graham up high, couldn't quite take it for Central Districts on the half-forward line for them. Central's frustrated at the moment.
I'm still trying to work that one out. I don't think you can pay a free kick against Trevor Rowe in the goal square for holding on to Peter Motley.
But if the ball hasn't been relayed back in, where can you take it from?
No, you don't. You just report the player for whatever, unduly rough play or something.
Centrals are probably still trying to figure out too, because they've still got the ball on the half-forward line.
I honestly don't think it's on, Cooper.
We'll check with the pundits after the game.
I don't think it's on.
Umpire Schofield with a bounce, not a good one. Tap comes down, it's loose in the centre, finally it comes out, chance for Painter, gets away from the slight tackle from Graham. 17th kick by Painter, was in a great game. Jamie Thomas went for the soccer kick and had an airy. It's Martin against David Bubner. Bubner got the handball away to Thomas, and Thomas's kick is a wobbly old one towards Walters. He's got possession. Oh, he's lost it. It's picked up. It's an opportunity. It's Connolly. Trevor Rowe, Jamie Thomas, I should say, over half forward. Could be man.
He's scratched his ball. Philip Graham's picked up the free kick, holding the man decision. By Schofield on the job.
Don't they do this? I mean, they've been unfortunate, Central, on a couple of occasions, and none more than the last free kick paid against them in the goal square. I would really like to be clarify what that goal was all about, quite frankly.
Meanwhile, Philip Graham, 4 kicks in, centre-half forward position. Central's more than 10 goals down. This would be a relief.
It's come back.
They're away, but too far. That's the story of Central's day. 7 goals, 7 now against Sturt, 17-9.
Greg Whittlesey, when he gets the ball, he will bring it back into play. Played over 100 games for the Double Blues. We've seen him kick some fine balls back into play from the full-back position. This time he's going to go out wide. He's looking for Gumley out there, and Gumley getting a bit of attention from Collins. The ball's loose. Kane was there. Now a chance for Downs.
Downs on the half-back line. Beautiful kick to Painter. Painter, second grab, rides the bump, turns it around and makes it look easy. Painter in looking for Hollis maybe. Sturt player over the ball now is Klomp. Oh, handball goes on quickly to Viney. Viney's got to turn it around. He might even get this. It's right in the square. Peter Bubner goes for safety. It's tapped over the line, and Sturt are 17-10. Central 7-10. 7-7.
Peter Bubner missed a couple of early games this season because of athletics commitments. Drives towards the grandstand side. Oh, Motley got the sit but not the grab. Off hands Viney. Klomp to David Frost. Frost onto the left boots. Slams it towards the square, but he can't believe it. Hands on head. He's offline for a point. Sturt 17-11. Central's 7-7.
It just has not been a pretty quarter of football, Greg.
No, it hasn't. It's been a really disaster for Central District. But that would have been the mark of the year if Peter Motley could have hung on to that one. He just really spread eagle the pack with a magnificent leap.
Peter Bubner goes to the outer side this time. It's out wide for Peter Collins. He manages to shrug the tackle, moves it on to DeRouge, who's out on the half-back flank. They're running the line. Len Warren, tap over the top. Player coming through, there's Painter for Sturt. Taps it on, but the ball's out of bounds.
Well, we're approaching full time of a quarter we could probably forget. The throw-in on the outer side. Spiel and DeRouge. Maybe DeRouge the tap, but Len Warren on the crumbs. His kick over centre wing. McGrath
downfield. I think you could classify this as a forgettable quarter.
Yes. Certainly Centrals would want to forget it.
Yeah. Jeff Martin with a kick, and that's that's 30 metres. Martin's kick will go long, right to the square. Wilmot and Bubner off hands, still loose.
Oh, and he's
picked up. We've still got an option now for Hollis. Hollis' step goal is true. And that makes goal number 4 for Paul Hollis. Sturt 18-11. They're 119 points. Central 7-7, 49.
I don't think much else can go wrong for Central this quarter. It really has been a disaster for them. One of those days when football doesn't become worthwhile for a coach, I can tell you. I really feel for Cowboy Neil today. He just hasn't got the people out there to lift them out of the mire. He's too small in his forward line. His people up there are just too small. There's no quickness in the final line of attack, apart from Philip Graham. You know, Peter Bathine and Ian Dee are really going to stand and mark, and they're down the gurgler.
27-minute mark. 5 goals to 1 in the quarter, Sturt's way. Central's now come into attack. Philip Graham, can he take it? Down to the back, couldn't. Kane taps it on to Fry. Fry's handball on to Whittlesey. Whittlesey gets a kick away. Motley at last on his own, free of Trevor Rowe. Misses Painter with the hand pass. Jamie Thomas picks it up.
Jamie Thomas's kick covers the square. It falls in the lap of Phil Graham. He takes off. Running player out wide. Connolly is on his wrong boot, but he's going to have a wobbly old kick up towards full forward. Kane from behind. Loose. Picked up by Reid. Reid's kick actually hit Bything on the shoulder and went out of bounds for the throw-in.
Well, one would have thought Peter Bything could have marked that. He got one hand up in the finish and just sort of gave a token effort. I don't know.
Sun's not too good in that quarter,
well,
Graham, when you're facing that way. I guess late in the day.
70 points the margin at the moment. Gumley gets it on. Sturt move it out to the outer flank. It's David Walk. He taps it on. Coach Kane moves the ball forward to Gumley. Gumley can't quite handle it. Keeps it in front of him. Is interfered with. And we'll pick up a free kick. Almost the outer wing position by now.
Gumley. It's called to play on. Kick number 7 comes across the centre of the ground. Big fly by Klopp. Red up hands by Fry. Fry over the top of it sits for Martin. There we swing. It does. He has a look onto the left boot. Long kick in, but he's way offline. In fact, he's just scraped in for a point. So 18-12 Sturt. Central 7-7.
Yeah, once again, Jeff Martin probably could have kept running and straightened on his natural boot, but it isn't easy for a guy in his first league season to just do the natural common sense thing.
Kick goes out wide. Spiel towards Martin again. Throw. As I say, he looked to be in slow motion. He was. That whistle had gone, and Derouge for Centrals.
Derouge, long, high kick towards the half-forward line for the Bulldogs. Tap away from the back was by Downs. Ball moved out by Peter Collins towards Connolly. Tries to turn onto that foot and gets into trouble as a result. Gets the ball clear, though. Jamie Thomas runs into a brick wall. He's looking for Platten. Can't find him. Out wide there was Tony Owens. His kick's right into the square. Big fly by Fry. Still in play. Platten, cross the goal. Still in play. Philip Graham has a chance to turn around and have a look. Fumbles it. Now he looks. It's taken out of hands. Blimey, holding the ball. He had all week to do that. It's been a shocker of a quarter for Central Districts.
Very sad.
Their lead has gone from, or I should say their deficit has gone from 7 goals to a 12-goal disadvantage at this stage. We're 29 3/4 minutes into the third quarter, and I think the Bulldogs would prefer to start the trip home about now.
Yep, but it's been a sad day for them.
Kick will go short, looking for Greg Whittlesey. So Whittlesey from the half-back line for the Double Blues. Tried to screwy, didn't come off, and the mark by Gumley didn't come off either. As Platten tries to burrow his way through for Centrals, he's caught by Eye. Smith. Well, that's, I don't know, that would have hurt, but that's not the trot way to stop a player.
That will be close to a trip. That will be a tragedy if Daryl Smith has done his knee. Daryl Smith has fought back from terrible injury in the past, and that kind of hacking by any player is just bad football, and it's shocking. It's a very sad day. Smithy's gone down with his knee again, and it doesn't look good.
It might be above his knee, I'd say, Keith, around about the thigh area.
I hope for the sake of the Central player as well as Smithy it is, and he's gotten up, and that's great news.
It's a ball up.
Spiel and Derouge just smashes it to the boundary line. Heard the comments from the Sturt supporters, very rightly so, as the throw in. Frank Spiel, Derouge. Spiel got the tap out towards Eddie Fry, who'll pick it up and turn, run the boundary line. Long kick over centre wing. Fly by Viney, sport away from behind. Clomp. Handball will come out towards Viney. No, it was over Viney's head. Was looking for Walk. Jamie Thomas. Clear the boot for Jamie Thomas as Connolly goes down. Still Viney in there. And it's a ball up.
31.5 minutes in. Still, I suppose, the possibility of another half a minute or so of play because Sturt have kicked
only 5.
Goals. Yeah, it's not
never kicked 1. It should go about now, the siren.
Tap loose. Tapped on by Trevor Rowe towards Thomas. And Plainly sees it over the boundary line, and we'll see the throw in. So play still congested here on the grandstand side.
Frank Spill, been rucking all day against Ian Derouge at the moment. Tapped straight to Len Warren out the back. Daryl Smith makes the run. Sturt into attack. Oh, that's come unstuck though. Well, it might even work because it's gone over the Central's player's head. Ian Wilmot is grabbed high.
Paid neck.
So Ian Wilmot is a long way out from goal. He's had...
you better hurry, 31 minutes gone.
He's had 8 kicks. He got 2 goals at the moment. He finds Hollis. No, he doesn't. Hollis can't grab it. Pryor will get there first. Pryor over the ball. Hollis grabs it now. Tries to tap it on. Does so. Picks it up. Gets a kick. One hand grabbed. Martin's got it. Whoa. 1-pointer. Sturt 18-13 now. Central's a 7-7.
Jeff Martin rushed into a left foot kick then, and he tends to do that, and it's just that he's a little inexperienced about getting around on his natural foot, and he kicked his second point for the quarter.
Peter Bubner.
Nearly over the line then, I would suggest.
Long and straight. It's made the centre square. It's spoiled away over Collins. His head, he's still there with it though. He's got his nose over the ball now. Out to Pryor. Pryor's hurried little kick will go out wide. Chance here for Walk. As the siren sounds to end what must be a quarter to forget for the Bulldogs. They're in deep trouble. Sturt 18-13, 121 to Central 7-7.
That'll help, won't it? Sturt with a 12-goal break here as we go into the last quarter at Football Park. Frank Spiel taps it down, looking for Motley, who's wearing number 11. That's why I couldn't call him. He's been tagged so heavily today, his other jumper wore out. Now Centrals with a chance to go forward.
Collins turns, gets his kick away up towards Connolly. He's got the mark, he played on, he's caught this time. Darryl Smith for Sturt picks it up. He's tackled by Buckner, but he was held on to according to the umpire Argent, and Darryl Smith the free kick. The half-back line for Sturt. Darryl Smith today, it's kick number 13, and he finds Guernsey number 13, and that's Walk. Sturt, David Walk.
David Walk still on the half-back flank, on the grandstand side. That's the side he comes down, looking for Martin in front of the pack. He couldn't take it. Frank Spill can't get down to it. John Platten picks it up in the pack, gets a handball on. Trevor Rowe onto Thomas. It could just be his first handball for the day.
First possession of the day, Trevor Rowe, yes.
Philip Graham handballs it onto himself, onto Krieg. Peter Krieg lines up. He's straight out in front, and he's got it. Here's a goal of Central Districts to ease the misery a trickle. Central's 8-7, Sturt 18-13.
Peter Krieg is one of the true stylists of the Central team. And he's playing on a half-forward flank now after taking a bit of a lacing from John Painter today when he was playing in the middle. And when he gets the ball, Peter Krieg, he usually destroys it, and that was no exception. Picked up the handball from Peter Graham, Phil Graham, who originally handballed to himself, but in the second chance to hand pass, he got it over to his teammate, Krieg, who finished the contract with a nice goal.
Back in the centre, and still Frank Spiel in ruck for Sturt. He's been there all day. His opponent this time is Byfinger, gets the tap towards Collins. Collins' wobbly old kick covers the half-forward line. The mark was markedly taken. It wasn't the second grab by Whittlesey, who plays on quickly and goes up there to Kane. Kane out wide to Motley. Peter Motley on the half-back line.
It's wearing the old Sandy Nelson jumper, number 11 at the moment. Sandy Nelson is one of the new selectors this year for Sturt. But Platten picks up the ball on centre wing. Plays on quickly. Doesn't quite come off. Klomp tries to ride it. Platten again. He can't get the clear. Len Warren takes it out nicely out of the pack. It's played well today. Into the open territory for Wilmot. Wilmot over it. Wilmot turns. He's got Darryl Smith running. Oh, missed him by a street. Darryl Smith still out in front. He can't get clear. Jeff Martin gives him a bit of ease. Martin turns it back in. Here's a play loose. John Painter.
John Painter has had a prolific day. The Double Blues. 11 handballs and many kicks. 19 of them to be precise, and his 19th has shaved the post for a point. So Sturt are 18-14, they're 122 to Central's 8-7 on 55.
Stephen Bunn coming on the ground. Jeff Motley watching proceedings.
Peter Bubner, the kick out to the outer side. Long kick, one-on-one out there. Klomp at the back, spoiled away. Jamie Thomas, though, recovers quickly. Frank Spiel moves it on towards Biney, who gets his kick away despite the pressure into the pocket. Peter Bubner keeps it in front of him well. It's played well in the full-back position, one of the few winners for Central all day. And that kick just wide. Thomas can't keep it in. Out of bounds.
So the throw-in on the outer side. The outer side of the ground still bathed in sunshine, the grandstand side in shade. Klomp with the handball, 150 today for Sturt. They've got this one sewn up, long one, towards the full forward area. Wilmot couldn't take the second grab. Peter Bubner holds it there, the crowd one holding the ball. And umpire decides he will bounce about 15 metres out from goal.
That's Michael Walters going off for Central Districts. He's been playing half-forward line. Des Drogemuller is on for the Bulldogs. And they are in trouble on their full back line. They've got clear at last. Ball's run out.
Connolly got it over towards
David Butler.
His kick towards centre wing. Big smash away by Motley. Peter Krieg will get the crumbs. He's up and away. No, he's caught by Motley. There's Drogamella just onto the ground. Gets a kick. It's off the side of the boot. Peter Motley, the bounce didn't favour him. And that'll be a stalemate. And umpire Schofield decides he will bounce on this grandstand side.
Peter Motley being entirely frustrated, didn't pick that up and run with it. It's about the only time all day that his opponent hasn't been 2 inches from him. Len Warren. Just a little chip. It was probably deliberate to John Painter. Painter out wide has Frost running. Frost has only got to back up. Plays it on now. Whittlesey getting run right from the back pocket. Now he can settle down. Is this the goal that Whittlesey's going to get today? Oh, gee, it could be. Pocket play. Greg Whittlesey. Sturt can do no wrong. 19-14. Central's 8-7.
When their back pocket player runs the length of the ground virtually and picks up a handball over the top and kicks a goal, it is simply not your day. And Central, they've had a day they wish to forget, I would imagine. It's been really a tough game of football for the club. They're going down the gurgler by about 10 to 12 goals now.
I reckon Greg Whittlesey's just kicked the goal to win a grand final. The smile on his face there as umpire Schofield bounces in the centre. Bything got the tap. He taps it forward. Chance for Viney. Todd Viney's kick up towards the half-forward line, looking for Darryl Smith. Bunga Hearn should be first to it for Centrals. No, the bounce favours Smith. Thomas with Motley, and the free kick has been adjudged the way of Darryl Smith.
Smith's on the half-forward line. He's a long way out, perhaps 60 metres out. Ian Wilmot's given him a lead. Jeff Martin, in the meantime, in the square, points to the big white sticks. So Darryl Smith goes high and long, right to the square, tapped through. So Sturt, another point further away. 19-15 now. Bulldogs 8-7.
Peter Bubner having plenty of practice kicking out from full-back today. Sturt have kicked 15 behinds for their 19 goals. Very close to being over the line again there as he kicks out towards the outer side. Looking out there for Bohm. He goes to the ground, but he'll win the free kick. David Frost, the offender for Sturt.
Kevin Neal has dropped the tag on Motley. He's now got Trevor Rowe playing on a wing.
Bohm's kick towards centre wing. Big fly. David I there for Sturt, couldn't handle it. Drogamella there for Centrals. We're in Guernsey 11. And there'll be a bounce down on the outer side. We're on centre wing position.
There's a good chance that Sturt will go into the 5 after today. There'll be 3 games all, and their percentage will be boosted considerably by this currently 74-point advantage over the Dogs. Spiel and Bytheen await the throw in on the outer side. Spiel, the tap again. Down towards Viney. He tries to get on towards Klomp. Jamie Thomas, though, will pick it up for Centrals and move them into attack. They run over centre through Krieg. To the half-forward line. Mervyn Kane has to duck down. Can't mark it. Traps it, though. And that's him looking through the bottom of the pack there. The coach with a ground-level view of proceedings.
So bounce down. Umpire Argent. Be Reed against DeRouge. DeRouge got the tap. Streaking through with it. Downs from Sturt's defence. Gets them into attack to Painter. He's got an absolute paddock. He's got Motley loose to half-forward. That's where it's going. And Peter Motley, fine grab. Bit of attention from Mark Fry, but he kept his eye on the ball, Motley. And he'll have a kick for goal from the true centre half-forward position. It'll be kick number 13. So far today, he's managed a couple of goals.
Just the one, I think, isn't it? You got 2?
I got number 2.
Going for apologies to Pete Motley and you, Rick.
Number 3. Nice looking kick off the boot. That's split to centre. He punches the air. And Sturt, well, they make it 20 goals, 15 now. They've hit the 20 mark. Central 8-7, 55.
Yes, it's all too easy for Sturt now. Everything they touch turns to gold. That was a nice chip pass, though, to Peter Motley. He stood his ground and took what was coming. I think it might have been Malcolm McGrath, possibly, or it might have been the other guy, Mark Pryor, coming out of the back pocket, just cannoned into him as he marked the ball, and Peter Motley from the resultant mark, goal for his 3rd for the game and Sturt's 20th.
Spectacular return to form by the Blues. They're 80 points up now. The Centrals go forward. The half-back line, Sturt now will take it away through Kane to Len Warren. Warren out to walk. Walk has got Smith running. Oh, that's a bad pass. Good bump by Smith and Thomas. Thomas decides to go for the soccer.
Collins there for Centrals. He's lost it. Sturt will get possession again. Walk gives it on very nicely to Len Warren. Warren's kick towards the pocket area. Big fly. Nice grab. Thomas. And he's taken off. He's not going to hang around. And away goes Hollis onto that left boot. And won't come back enough. And it's a minor score to Paul Hollis. And he's got something like 4-2 today.
She had Jeff Martin about 15 metres on with nobody on him too.
Maybe they'd all like to kick a few goals because they've got a few on the board. 2016 to Central 8-7.
Peter Bubner, the kick out to grandstand side. Long, good kick out, looking for Bytheen. Can't find him. Len Warren at the back of the pack. Picks it up. Little left footer. Bit of luck. Finds David Walk. Walk hooks it back. Wilmot out in front. Tries to play it in front of him. Too far in front of him at the moment. Taps it back now. No one home. Connolly over the ball for Central District. Picked up by Viney. Viney's hand pass comes unstuck. Platten can't get hold of it. Infringed by Pride. So Platten on the half-back.
John Platten found Stephen Connolly, and Connolly will come over centre wing looking for Mark Hull. Couldn't take the mark. First two to be the coach, Mervyn Kane. Before he gets met heavily by Hull. And that free kick will be paid, and Mark Hull getting a stern word from umpire Schofield.
Merv Kane scored a few of those in his time, though.
Jeff Martin with the ball. On the half-forward line, he wants to go long. He's sent Wilmot back. Martin's kick's floating towards the square. Oh, grabbed by Motley. Was it a dead heat? No, play on. Ball's loose in the ground. It was a dead heat, but a fine effort by Motley, and finally play will be held up. And we're going to see a bounce right in the square.
Peter Motley asked the question nicely, and I think the umpire indicated that that was touched off the boot. Clomp in the square now trying to grab it. He can't do it. Bytheen's down over it for Central District. Players fall wearily over the ball. There'll be another bounce, 5 metres out from goal.
Bounce from umpire Argent. Bytheen against Clomp. Picked up by I. His little snap is loose. Snap off the ground by Robert Clomp. Is behind. So they're having trouble finding the gap between the two big white ones. Sturt, they're 2017 to Central 8-7.
It's 2 goals for this quarter so far. Centrals have managed 1 goal. Peter Bubner, the kick out this time straight down the middle. It's a boomer of a kick. Well over into the square. And Pater's taken the mark. That's tremendous stuff, despite what you'd call a bit of attention.
Pater's liable to kick a goal from there. I tell you, he kicks a company mile when he goes back for a set shot.
He's got the 15 metres.
Yeah, he's going to give it an awful nudge now.
Hasn't kicked a goal, I don't think, today, has he?
Notice Ken Cunningham leaving the ground early. Might be a bit disappointed Sturt have got up without the club, Mr. Davies.
There's his replacement, Mr. Wilmot. So Ian Wilmot will have a shot for goal. 45-degree angle so far today. He's got 3. Distance, no worries here. Just needs the accuracy, and that's pulled away for another behind. Still plenty of them this quarter, something like 5 of them there. 20 goals, 18 to Central 8-7.
And Peter Heinrich's getting ready to come on for his first run for the day.
So 83 points at the moment with Centrals to kick out. Peter Bubner's had plenty of practice today now with 18 points on the board for Sturt. Again, straight down the middle. This one's neutralised. Cree couldn't pick it up. Chance for Hull. Well, it's DeRouge, actually, who managed to get the handball away. All sorts of bother there for Bytheen now. Now it gets moved on. Collins has a kick forward. But Whittlesey will clean that one up. That went to nobody in particular. It's Downs who will turn. Andrew Downs gets the kick down the grandstand flank. Good mark by Peter Collins against Merv Kane.
See what he does with this one. He doesn't seem to find anybody, fellas, when he gets the ball.
15 metres against the Sturt coach.
He should find John Platten here.
Collins' kick will go towards Platten. Platten couldn't take the mark. Play allowed to go on very close to the boundary line. It's still in play towards Mervyn Kane, but well, that's out of bounds and the throw in.
So about 14 minutes in, and the gloss has gone out of the game as neither side able to turn on any spectacular stuff in this last quarter. There's Collins again, this time only a hand pass, picked up by Kane. He didn't know he was being taken down. Play on. Gumley with it. Gumley to Warren. Out of bounds. Well, I presume that was a deliberate miss by Len Warren with the elbow. I think it was. I think he just showed him. He had a bit of a smile on the face anyway.
Throw in. Spiel couldn't get his tap. It's forced forward into the hands of Len Warren. He's collared by Hull. Away comes John Platten with the ball. Uses a bit of pace. Spent the first run he's had this half. Kick number 11. No, he won't. He'll handball it over to Drogamuller, and Drogamuller will line up the sticks. Doesn't look a bad kick off the boot, but well, that's a point 2 to Des Drogamuller. The Centrals have got 8 goals, 8 there. 56. Sturt 2018, 138.
Yes, John Platten had to virtually coax Des Drogamuller to keep coming. Did he get that hand pass, didn't he?
Downs changes his mind at the last moment. The kick out will now come a bit shorter for John Painter. A little bit too tall for him. Play on by Todd Viney. Grabbed by Hull, the centre half forward. He has a shot. Hits the post. 8 goals, 9 the Dogs. Blues 2018.
Very sad day for the Bulldogs.
Be Andrew Downs to bring the ball back into play for Sturt. Will go direct. Straight down the ground. Tapped on by Walk towards Hull in the middle of the ground. He gives it to Krieg. Krieg's kick, let's finding the opposition. David Frost, the easiest of marks at half-back. Plays it on quickly to Downs, and Downs will drive towards the outer side, or miss the body of Smith. Allows McGrath's kick to go to full forward. Kane spoiled it well. Whittlesey got it on.
It's Gumley. Gumley pick up. Good pick up. Downs backing him up. Out wide is Eddie Fry. Sturt have got plenty of players. Here's Peter Heinrich with a chance. Takes his first mark in the game. Greg Whittlesey, plenty of run in the side now. David Walk, John Painter's running for him as well. Walk will kick it though, long. Towards Wilmot, he's in front. Couldn't get there. Recovery by Centrals.
Fryer it was, finally with Peter Bubner. Bubner, a long kick, covers a good 60 metres. John Platten flies. Very early, the score was well made. Chance for
Reid,
Peter Reid. Still with Sturt, over to Eddie Fry, through centre wing. He's got players loose in the pocket area. That looks to be Painter. And Painter's got another player loose, and he'll go over the top, and away will go
Peter Heinrich.
Peter Heinrich just onto the ground. His shot for goal also offline. And a point to Sturt. They're 2019, 139 to Central 8-9-57.
Just having a look at this, Graham. Sturt will have won their last 3. Centrals will have lost their last 3.
Is that right?
The fortunes of footy.
Gee, I didn't realise Sturt were going for their 3rd in a row.
Chance for Gumley. He goes to ground, but he'll get the infringement around the neck or over the shoulder.
Yep, Sturt beat South fairly comfortably. Or that was a bit close, that one for comfort, I suppose. Then a good win against Woodville, and now finally a trouncing on Central Districts. And Central's now looking down the barrel. They win the first 3 to look good, and now they're likely out of the 5 with poor percentage.
Yeah, but Connolly thrashed them in between the South win and the Woodville win.
No.
Apart from that, won 3 in a row.
Apart from that, won 3 in a row.
There's one thing that is certain is that Gumley's got a goal on the board for Sturt, and that's his first. The first to Stephen Gumley, and Sturt have got 21-19, 145 to Central 8-9-57. And while you're talking about 3s, Centrals have won the last 3 games here at Footy Park between Centrals and Sturt, but no way in the world, Graham, they're going to win this one.
Oh, they just can't, you know. It's been a day that most Central supporters, all Central supporters, will wish to just obliterate.
Yeah, they only lost by 12 goals against the base. It was close.
Collins with the ball for Centrals. He missed Owens, but found Trevor Rowe. He's collared. It's a loose chance for Connolly. Connolly will get the free kick from the centre square at headquarters. Kevin Connolly's kick is long, looking for Bytheen, and Bytheen's got a vice-like grip on that one. He'll take the mark and possibly the shot for goal.
I'd suggest it's his first mark for the day.
Well, he hasn't had many kicks. It's only his 4th kick coming up. And what, a handful of marks, Graham? 3.
Yes, you know.
So Bytheen's kick is offline, and we can't really get much excitement out of this game at this stage. 8 goals, 10 Centrals now. Sturt 21-19.
The big fella's had a tough day.
Eddie Fry decides he'll have a kick from full-back. He'll go out wide and find the coach, Mervyn Kane. He'll be a happy man today.
And how?
He'll handball to David Frost. Frost will change tack. He'll come across the ground. Players running out here. Downs will take it. No, just took his eye off it. A chance there for Rowe. He's couldn't do much with it. Phil Graham in there for Centrals with Peter Heinrich. And Downsy will get the free kick. And the 15 metres. So Andrew Downs will be from centre wing. And in fact, he's going to go to the centre of the ground. It's all double blue Guernseys. Eddie Fry on towards David Frost. And Frost will go long. He's got a big kick on him. And out wide there, he's looking for Todd Varney. Bunga Hearn and Hollis there for Sturt. Also Pryor. Pryor taps it in front of him. Goes to ground. It's loose. Picked up by John Platten. Shepard provided and allows Platten to take off. One bounce. His kick goes short to centre half forward position. Loose. Krieg. Finally with Painter. No, he couldn't do anything with it. Collins. And the whistle goes. And it'll be Painter the free kick.
So John Painter will get a stack of kicks. This will be his 23rd kick of the day. He kicks it on quickly to Frost.
Can't he kick a ball?
Frost looking for Motley, couldn't find him. Centrals now, tried to find Drogamuller. Now McGrath, he hand passes. Quick one on to Bohm. Bohm's kick to the outer side, the outer wing. Centrals players there at last. Collins looks for Platten, finds him. Platten out on his own on the half-forward flank. Brings it back in towards the centre half-forward position. There's another mark by Beam.
That's what he's got to do.
So just over the 20-minute mark, 21 minutes or so gone, and he's kicked it and it's going to go through.
It is.
There it is. At last, Centrals pick up another goal. It's their second goal for the quarter. They're on 9-10 now. Sturt 21-19.
Well, Peter Bythorn in this last quarter has held his ground a couple of times to the forward line, taking two strong overhead marks. He must add that weaponry to his game. That's the thing that's lacking. I suggested a couple of weeks ago, actually, we saw them play a game up at Elizabeth, and they lack marking power around the ground. And Peter Bythorn taking the marks will give them a lot of heart, as will Richard Cousins when he comes back. They just need more marking power.
21 minutes gone of the final quarter. Spiel and DeRouge taken off hands by Painter. He goes short, out wide, looking there for Hollis, and he's found Paul Hollis. Played well. Full goal so far today. He'll go short. The pocket area. Fry's there with Wilmot. Fry the mark. In front of Des Drogamuller. And Eddie Fry. Have a go kicking this. He's got the sun in his eyes. The ankle's very acute.
Eddie gets around, doesn't he, for a guy playing half-back flank, having his third shot for goal, to my knowledge, today.
Kick number 11 will need to be a beauty, but he's inside the line and through for a minor score. Sturt have got 21 goals, 20. The points quickly catching up with their goals. 21-20 Sturt to Central 9-10.
That's 82 points the difference as Jamie Thomas kicks out to the outer side. Finds Connolly. Connolly will play the ball out, looking for the tall player DeRouge. Finds him. The handball is on. And Drogamuller fires forward for Central Districts. Deep looking for Philip Graham and finds him. Philip Graham deep in the pocket, out by the scoreboard. Runs around Downs. It's a back end looking for... There was another chance for Bythorn. Couldn't quite take that one. Frost quick to play on.
Frost got it on towards Kane, and Kane comes grandstand fast side where he finds Peter Heinrich on the ground this quarter. Back towards his coach, Kane. Kane got a good kick. Scrubby old one through the centre of the ground. Picked up by Drogamuller. Drogamuller reverses the play back towards their half-forward line, but Glenn Warren says thank you very much.
And he decides, whoop, it was going to come out the grandstand side. Backed up, Peter Heinrich in the middle. He's got a couple of choices. Peter Heinrich plays it on. Run from Whittlesea again. He won't kick another goal, will he? No, this time a long hand pass out for Fry, who's yet again drifted down into attack. Darryl Smith on the half-forward line. Couldn't quite get up in time. Now gets a handball on. Whittlesea again to Painter, and will be responsible at least for the goal. And Sturt burst away further ahead. 22 goals 20. The Bulldogs 9-10.
Doing as they wish to do at the moment. That's John Painter's first goal for the game. The man has been the most prolific kick winner on the ground. Has finally been able to have a shot for goal himself, and he's kicked it. And he really is the driving force behind his side. 25 kicks he's had out of the centre, and he's probably destroyed something like 3 opponents. I think Peter Krieg's back on him again now, and that's probably the best way to go, because he's the only fellow that's got any sort of brilliance in his play to match John Painter.
Spectators starting to streak out of the ground now, and not surprising as we approach the 24-minute mark. There's Drogamuller, gets it on towards Connolly. Connolly will go towards the pocket area. Find Tony Owens out there. Owens will slow it down now. He'll try and go over the top to Graham, but he put him under all sorts of pressure. Whittlesey read it easily and managed to get the spoil away, and finally it's over the boundary line. The ball as well as Owens, and a throw in.
See, another classic example, fellas. That wasn't on the hand pass. The kick into the square was on. I mean, the Mars will back Peter Blythe in to take another mark, kick a goal, but a hand pass to a bloke under pressure is poor football.
Frank Spiel against Byfield. Spiel down to Fry. Fry's kick comes up the middle. Painter couldn't take it this time. Krieg the spoil. So pushing and shoving. Platten couldn't grab it either. Now he's got it, or has he? No, he hasn't. Under the bottom of that is, I think it's Peter. Yes, it is Peter Heinrich. I was right.
See, even John Platten,
one of the Heinrich brothers from up at Mount Barker.
Even John Platten's struggling now to get possession of the ball.
Gee, Frank Spiel must be sick of tapping that ball down. He's got so many today. Len Warren with the ball.
Warren comes over centre wing. Kick number 18 towards the centre square. Chance for McGrath. He couldn't do much with it. Len Warren again, trying to get the handball on. It was read well by Bohm. Stolen by a Walk. Walk's kick a high floating one. Motley front spot. One-hander. Well, that's a pretty easy way to take a mark, isn't it? Put up the one hand, tap it up, couple of juggles, and you pull down a great mark.
The old balancing trick. Don't lose the ball, Peter. That would be crazy at this time of the game.
A very frustrating day. You'll see he's got the number 22 jumper, or number 11 jumper on, I should say, because the last jumper was literally torn apart by his opponent. It's so many tugs on it all day, most of them illegal, of course. It's the way tagging goes. And Mott's got a bit upset, but he's nevertheless played a good game for the Blues as ever. Finishes it off with a fine goal from the half-forward line. 4 goals. Sturt 23 goals, 20. Central's 19.
And what a fine kick of the ball Peter Motley is. He has a boot on, kick on like a mule, as they say in the classics. And that was another example of Peter Motley's ability to kick a ball. He won the ball something like 50 metres out from goal, and he split the centre, post high. Great goal.
One more goal by Sturt. They'll have Central's beaten by just about the ton, 100 points. Spiel and DeRouge off hands. Chance for Painter, couldn't do much with it. Stephen Bohm can. He's got it and takes off, and the kick's off the side of the boot, isn't it? No, it's short, but it's found his Drogamala. Connolly screaming for it at the centre of the ground, but over his head towards DeRouge. DeRouge the mark at centre half forward. It's probably a good 50 metres out from goal.
Too far out for Ian.
He's got onto it. It's going to go right to the wire. Off hands and rush through for a minor score. So Central's are 9 goals, 11. 65 to Sturt, 23-20, 158.
And that's 93 points, and that's a bar. Darryl Smith now will take the ball. Downs kicked it to him. Smith's got plenty of time to run the ball. A long, good kick to the half-forward line. Eddie Fry snuck down again. He's still looking for it. Jeff Martin might be able to handball it to him. There he is again. Eddie Fry, the half-back flanker, has had more kicks on the half-forward line, I think. Paul Hollis bent very heavily.
It's a pile driver, isn't it, that one?
Got up out of it all right. Paul Hollis at the centre half-forward position will get onto the left boot, into the square. Jeff Martin's the only one there, and he's decided to let it go. Touched the post only. 23 goals, 21. Central's 9-11.
That knock to the head that Paul Hollis received then reminded me of a line from one of Frank Sinatra's movies. It was? No, it wasn't. It was Tony Curtis' movie. Here's your head, watch your hurry.
Bubner plays it onto himself and comes grandstand side. Looking for Jamie Thomas. He's got 2 to beat. Whittlesey going through. Keeps the ball in play, does he? No, according to the boundary umpire, he was over.
I knew Graham Campbell was a football buff, but I didn't know about the movies.
Great movie buff for Keith. We might as well talk about movies now.
Well, it was Motley with a kick for goal, and movies or not, that's a point to Peter Motley. Sturt continue to attack.
I think he tried to kick it from here to eternity, Graham.
Ah, very good. One of my favourite shows, that. The movie in question was Sweet Smell of Success with Tony Curtis and Burt Lancaster.
He's away. Get back to the football quickly, Rick.
Peter Bubner with a kick out from fullback towards Jamie Thomas. He smashes it on towards centre wing. Len Warren misses it. Oh, coming through Collins. Spun his way out of trouble. Gets the handball over the top to Des Drogamala.
Oh, my gosh.
It's shocking. Andrew Downs, fullback for Sturt. To Len Warren, and that's come unstuck. Peter Collins with a chance to go forward. He
Come on,
does
Peter,
so.
do something with the ball.
Get a goal.
He has. No.
I wouldn't believe it. Just a little early on the call there, Graham.
I know. I corrected it midstream.
Oh, dear.
So the coach with the ball for his handball line towards Reid, and Peter Reid will drive the Double Blues out of defence. Eddie Fry, great kick. Eddie Fry will slow it up. He thought about taking off, but Bone would have been right on his hammer. The run being provided out wide by David Frost, and away goes the lanky giant. Has a bounce. He's got a long kick on him. He hooks it back towards the full forward area. Flies. And he's enjoying it now without Trevor Wright. Yep. Getting right into the game, and he's demoralising the Central's half-back line there.
Yes, David Button is standing him now. Poor old David Button had to come into this avalanche of goals.
Peter Motley, kick number 16. He's going to have a shot. Motley's kick is... no, it's shaved the woodwork. It doesn't make any difference, though. It's been a big win to the Double Blues. Centrals have been annihilated. Sturt, 23-23, 161 points. The Central District's 9-11-65.